We good, Tom?
Yeah.
We matching today, Jake?
Some dark navy.
Yeah, it's Dark Navy Day on the pod. But hey, I know people like the podcast because we're happy, positive people. But I'm go ahead and bleep this out, Timon. I'm fucking tired of that. Okay? I'll bleep this out. I'm fucking tired of that too. Let me start over. I was kidding. Hey, I'm tired of being positive all the time.
Is this for you?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got a phone call. Starting off hot.
Yeah, it's me. Hello? Is this thing on? Testing 1 2 1 2.
Good start to the episode.
All right, yeah. So the whole idea of this thing is that we're going to complain about stuff, and then the other we're calling Spin Zone. Jake's going to be positive. I'm going to be.
Hey, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Bones were meant to be broken.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and just start off real simple. I'm sad the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl. I'm sad.
Okay. Spin zone.
We got dominated in the Super Bowl.
Timon, biggest sports fan in the room. Tell him why that's okay.
Kareem Hunt got 3 carries on 11 snaps.
Because it added to there was one cool touchdown that was a highlight that you can watch over and over.
All right.
Tough spin zone. I think spin zone is at least we don't have to hear about rigging, scripted. Referees are on our team. Hey, the team photo. Where's the black and white stripes? You missed a couple guys on the team photo picture. At least we have to hear about that. And at least we lost by a ton.
Yeah. Okay.
At least we lost by a ton. It was like, wow, they were just clearly better.
Yes,
that doesn't even matter.
It was.
We were the second best team. That's
clearly
fine.
better.
Clearly better.
Okay, fair. You're right. There was no doubt. It wasn't like, oh, maybe we should have. If we just would have done this one thing, this one play would have gone our way. Kelsey would have caught that one drop that he dropped instead of the 6 drops that he dropped. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll go again. Another one of my favorite sports teams, KU basketball, just in the crapper right now.
Okay.
We lost by almost 40 points. Tied our worst
To what religion?
to the LDS religion.
Okay.
To the Fighting Joseph Smiths out in Provo, Utah. Couldn't even get a drink afterwards.
Biggest sports fan in Mormon I know. Give him a spin zone.
I didn't know I was going to be involved in this segment, so but I'm doing my best, and I know a lot about sports, so I'm gonna like.
Just give me an analogy, like give me a metaphor for how life is like basketball.
Life is like basketball. There's ups,
Yeah.
and there's missed 3-pointers.
Yes. Thank you.
So it's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Gosh.
That's my spin zone. It's okay.
It's all right. You considered it might be all right.
Yeah. True. I haven't. This is exactly how I was hoping this would go.
Rachel went to 3 years of graduate school to get her license in professional counseling. And most of, like when I would listen in on it, most of it was like, all right, now repeat after me. It's all good.
It's all good. There's ups and there's missed 3-pointers.
That's all it is. The whole degree.
Good. Thank you, Tyler. That's very good. Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning with Jake and Greg, Ghostrunners podcast.
Ghostrunners podcast.
There's ups. We know ups. And there's just like bricks.
Yeah. Just big old bricks. It'd be fun to do a whole segment with Timon of basketball terms. Maybe we'll do it right now.
Okay.
What's a brick, Timon? In basketball.
Didn't know that was the thing. I didn't know what Jake was talking about.
Could you guess?
Yeah, what's a brick?
A brick.
Good thing or bad thing?
It's a good thing. It's like, that thing just like switched right into the hoop. That was a brick.
Yeah, bricks are known for just swishing through. Good. What about an alley-oop?
Alley-oop is like you, I don't know if it's specifically, I don't think it's specifically bouncing it off the backboard. Maybe it is, but like assisting someone in getting a dunk.
Very good.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, good job. Okay.
What about a fast break?
Oh, no idea. That's like the team is like gathered. Go team. Let's fast break.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Yeah.
Very
Be
good.
quick
Very
with
good.
this.
Yeah, it's like, all right, here we go. Panthers on 3, and we're doing a fast break, all
We're
right?
doing-
So
right.
get this done quick, all right? 1, 2, 3, Panthers. What about an air ball?
Doesn't go in. Doesn't even hit the rim. Doesn't
Very
hit
good.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Technically, it can hit the net, and people would still consider an air ball.
Okay.
What about or backboard even, right? Would you consider that an air ball?
That might be more brick.
That's a brick, yeah. What about starting 5?
Oh, the best 5 of the team.
Okay, yeah, very good. Pretty much the people that start the game.
This should be good. Euro step.
It's like it's originated in Europe.
Yep.
But it's like the 3-step turn to like go a different direction.
Pretty close.
Crazy wrong.
All right. How about the wing?
Well, this is like just people love like the flyovers at basketball games,
Exactly. Yep.
and so they're just referred to as like the wing. It's like the basketball version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the home. Oh, check out the wings.
There it
today.
goes.
There
Yeah.
goes that wing.
That B2 bomber. How'd they get that in here? What else could we
Backdoor cut.
What in the world?
Yeah.
It's a part of the airplane again.
Prison move.
Yeah, I don't even have a guess for that. I was gonna say not allowed to talk about that one.
Backdoor cut's kind of hard to explain even as like to a non-basketball player. So
Yeah, if you don't know that much about basketball, it'd be hard to kind of explain it. Jump ball.
Ooh, good one.
Because you're the one who knows basketball. And you know there's ups.
I know there's ups and there's jump balls and they that's just it's at the beginning of the game. You throw it up and you try to like get it on your side.
Very good. Yeah. How about
I
a
mean,
buzzer?
kinda. I mean,
Kinda.
Not really.
You're
like
talking
I'm
about like, oh yeah. Well, they called it. Oh no, that's the tip off, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. They do jump balls.
You want to quiz Brad, Diamond?
Well, in the NBA, they do jump balls like that.
Okay.
Which is fun.
Yeah, they should do that always.
I know. Even though I would have never won one in high school, I was like, I'd still like to give it a try.
You would have won one though that you weren't supposed to win.
Yeah, it would have been fun.
That's all it takes is one time.
And to do it at the free throw line, that's pretty cool too.
Like if you and I did a jump ball together, you might win.
That'd be fun. We should try that sometime.
Let's jump balls sometime. That's the only
Let's
part
jump
of
balls sometime.
That's the only part of basketball we do. We just do that over and over
Want to meet
again.
at the park and
Go do
run
some jump balls. So normally what happens with jump balls is when two different teams both think they have possession of the ball, the ref will blow the whistle and say neither person has like obvious possession, so it's called a jump ball. And in the NBA, they will literally do like the tip off, like you're talking about.
Okay.
In college, or high school or wherever else, it just goes back and forth between which team gets it on this jump ball, which team gets it on the next jump ball.
Gotcha.
What about buzzer beaters?
That's like you score right, like maybe you like I think this is maybe right. It's maybe like you let go of the ball and then like the buzzer goes and you score.
Very good.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, last one. Triple double.
Just when the score is 3-2.
Yes. It's a triple double.
I didn't know we were having a triple double today.
Yep. Started off strong with the triple double.
Yeah.
Thanks, Timon, for that.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. Good improv exercise for time.
You can do the same thing for us sometime, Timon, with theater terms if you want or whatever.
Letterbox terms, whatever
Yeah.
you're doing over there.
Timon, your monitor is in the way of where I
Yeah.
don't see your face. It's fine.
Sorry, my camera's all wonky.
It took a while for you to get set up today, so I'm not telling you to move. You just
And-
kind of remind me of like Mr. Wilson from Home Improvement.
I just
Normally
see-
you could see Timon fine, and today you
Yeah.
can't. Oh, that's interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look any different.
I
to
moved
me.
a lot of things around, and I don't know if anything's better. So, like
Everyone
in
commented
hindsight,
this
I'm
is
like,
the best YouTube experience.
I might even go back next time. Like
We moved everything but the Christmas tree today. Everything else got moved.
Yeah.
Man.
So let us know on YouTube and Spotify.
Does it feel less weird to keep up a Christmas tree when it's literally a record-breaking cold day outside, though?
Yeah, it is cold.
Right? Is your Christmas tree in the living room still up?
No, that's
Okay.
our role. The Chiefs season's over. Christmas tree goes down.
Okay.
Podcast studio,
We don't have rules.
no rules.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
doesn't matter. But yeah, it is crazy cold. Rachel's out of school purely just because of the cold today.
This is this like we've recorded 2 times of podcast, two sessions of podcast in the time that Rachel has not been to school yet.
Yeah, so today is Thursday, February 20th. The last time she had school was Tuesday, February 11th.
That's wild.
I'm pretty sure she got fired.
Maybe.
And she just doesn't want to tell me. There's no way she hasn't been fired.
I'm getting these emergency alerts saying no more school. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think like Wednesday and Thursday conferences, Friday, they were just like, it's Valentine's.
Oh.
Get out of here.
Oh, Wednesday, Thursday no, Wednesday was snow day. Thursday, Friday.
You're probably
conferences.
right. Good for you. Yeah. Wednesday might have been snow day. Thursday, Friday, conferences. Monday, President's Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taft. We don't need a day for Taft.
And then Tuesday, snow. Wednesday, cold. Thursday, cold.
Wednesday, just soft. We're getting soft for Wednesday being off.
Yeah, it's just the temp.
I always heard that was like a threat when I was in high school, and we never got off. So either it's
Well, global warming, Brad.
way colder now, yeah, or they're just getting soft. Like
Yeah,
the
I can't
roads were
remember.
fine.
Like, has it gotten significantly colder? Because I think even just 3 hours south of here where I grew up, I don't think it ever got this cold. But I don't know. You know, kids, they got buses. You got to that's what we always heard. Like, well, not only like kids sitting around at the bus stop, they're cold, but also like the diesel fuel itself like can gel up when it gets cold.
maybe that's it. Maybe it's literally like because to me it's like 12 degrees and 6 degrees still feel the same when you're at a bus stop. Like I don't think they're going to be like, well, it's 13 degrees today, so let's go ahead and send those kids to school. But like maybe if there's literally scientific, like it will not that the buses cannot run in under 5 degrees.
Today was some of the coldest I've ever been in, like while still being in the Midwest. Like when I went to the gym this morning, the real temperature was -8.
Yeah.
You know, where you breathe in and your like nose hairs kind of freeze.
Yep.
I kind of like it for a few breaths. And then you quickly get into your car.
It's like you lose your breath a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I walked here, 80 some steps, whatever we say it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like hard to breathe, kind of. Like
Yeah.
not in like a I'm panting way, but just in like a like not in like a oh I don't know how you get used to that, man. That's crazy. You know. But just in like a
Brad got over to my house and he started drinking out of a bowl. And he was just panting.
Yeah,
and he
right.
wanted a belly scratch.
I just laid there on the kitchen floor, just scratched me.
It's funny because I'm flying to Phoenix later today and it will be a 90-degree difference.
Wow.
Which is like quite a bit in one day. I gotta let my body know what's about to happen.
So is it worth it to you to then just like suck it up for the 20 minutes, depending on where you're parking, 20 minutes of getting from the airport to the terminal, like inside the, you know what I'm saying? Like, in other words, like, because then you won't have to, pack your coat, pack your long stuff.
Yeah.
Are you going to do that, you think? Or
That's
are
a
you
good point. Yeah. How much warm stuff do I still pack?
Because you can
Just
pack
for-
so light.
Yeah. That's what's nice about flying south.
Right.
See why the geese do it.
Yeah.
Traveling with train, having my expenses covered kind of ruined airport parking for me. Because once he
Yeah.
started covering it, I was like, oh, I'll do garage parking.
Which is how much do you think?
How much is that? I don't know. $20 a day, maybe. But so it's tough to go back to economy in the winter.
Yeah.
I probably just got to pony up.
Because not only does it take a while once you get in the bus, but it takes a while for the bus to get there.
They may not be there.
No.
It's a bad system.
Well,
Rachel also said she would drive me, which is really nice.
I was
of
gonna
her.
say, tell me about what you're doing in Phoenix. Like, is it? I'm assuming pickleball stuff.
Pickleball. Yep, doing that. This is originally we were gonna do like I was like, I mean, months and months ago, I was like, all right, we need like a winter warm Friday retreat for all 6 of us, and we're gonna do Naples, Florida, because it's kind of just like a big pickleball hub. And the weekend that we were gonna do it, we realized, hey, there's a PPA tournament going on in Phoenix.
Okay.
Like, oh, let's just do that instead. So we got an Airbnb with the pickleball court. I've spent a ton of time actually the last like couple weeks coordinating and organizing with who are the 2 types of people we film with when we go to these tournaments.
Oh,
Quiz for you.
kids
Kids.
and women.
I mean, that's a good guess.
PPA, like professionals.
Pros, yeah, kids and pros. So it's a
Okay.
lot of just DMing kids or DMing parents of kids, trying to find them, and then okay, the parents don't respond, but the kids do. I mean, like, and I'm down. I'm happy to talk to your parents if you want to give me their number. I'm definitely like,
Yeah.
former camp counseling. This whole thing of just like, and once again, happy to talk to your parents.
Like include them, please. Yeah. Like
I would really prefer to. No, but just trying to maximize our time there. So I've got a whole note in my phone of just kids, of just like when they're coming over to our house. Like 9 a.m. we got Ariana and Jada.
okay.
10:30 we got Kyle. Noon we might go to the courts. That's where we're going to shoot with some of the pros. Michael, Elise, Tyra, maybe.
Tyra, sure.
Then 3 p.m. come back. We got Jaden and I think Andrew
Wow.
coming at 3.
Big day.
And then at 5 we got Rex and his partner.
Rex.
Yeah.
Is that a kid or an adult?
That's kid. He's like one of the
Okay.
best like 15-year-olds in the world.
Interesting. We're naming
Rex.
kids Rex still?
Yeah,
Okay.
Asian Rex too.
Oh, well, okay. I got it.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
RECHS. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
So yeah, it's a lot of like planning and coordinating. And here's one fun thing. I hired from within being Ghostrunners.
Yeah.
Hired a ghostie named Caleb to be our videographer.
Nice.
Come to find out, he's not local to Phoenix. So at this point, it's like, oh, I guess could have just hired Timon at this point, but whatever. So it's like someone else is flying in to Phoenix to shoot with us. But whatever, I'm excited to meet him. And I think our flights are going to land around the same time tonight. And he's going to like shoot with us all day for like 2 days. So
you're staying Friday, Saturday, come back Sunday?
yep.
Okay. Fun.
Yeah, got the pool heated, got a pickleball court in the back.
Nice.
And so yeah, it'll be a couple fun days in the desert.
That sounds
shooting.
all right.
And then yeah, Saturday we're actually gonna like play in the tournament. So
Okay.
it'll be fun. First time bumping up to 4.5.
So is it you and Isaac playing together and then Scott's playing with somebody else? or-
Scott and TJ are gonna play together in 5.
Oh, TJ's coming too?
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah, good crew. It'll be really fun.
And then you're going to South Dakota next week.
And it's South Dakota next week. Yeah, a little comedy gig.
Wow. So you're going far south this time, far north next time.
Yep. The guy texted me a couple days ago and was like, pumped to have you next weekend. We've already sold 1,100 tickets for Thursday and 750 tickets for Friday.
Jeez.
And I was like, dude, I just did a gig for 60 people. So that is awesome.
1,100?
This might be one of the best private gigs in the country.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be awesome.
Do you know much about like the event itself? Like, is it just you performing? Like,
I think someone is going to be opening for me who's like a pastor and also someone I think after me who's like giving the message. So it's like a date night
Yeah.
thing for a church.
still, that's huge. I
It's
didn't know there were that many
massive.
people in North Dakota.
I know.
That's wild.
Sioux Falls. Wait, did I say North Dakota earlier? South
Oh.
Dakota. Either way.
Maybe I said
same.
North Dakota.
It's
I said
same,
you're going north. It's confusing when they call it South Dakota.
but it's so far north.
Yeah. Fun.
So that'll be really fun. And yeah, and he's like, just do 30 minutes. And I was like, oh, a packed full room of 1,100. That's no problem.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me, you want to talk about the chicken pickle?
Sure, yeah. Just as a whole, last Friday, Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
great day.
Great day.
Just a great Valentine's Day. Woke up and from what I remember, Rachel and I went and worked out together. So that's always fun because she got fired. And then
She's got plenty of time on her hands these days.
from there, my dad and uncle were in town, which I'll talk about this a little bit later, but my grandma passed away. So that's why they were in town.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
It's okay.
That's crazy. Really?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was my mom's mom who was like
She was,
extremely healthy.
whoa.
Yeah, it was like very,
Dang,
very
dude.
sudden.
I'm sorry, man. That sucks.
As sudden as like
Yeah.
an 82-year-old
Sure.
woman can pass away.
Sure.
It was kind of crazy. I mean,
Wow.
she was like making dinner that day. She was like super active. This is kind of a funny story, but so she calls my mom and was like, hey, I'm not feeling too great.
Yeah.
At night, my mom's like, you want me to come over? She's like, yeah. By the time my mom got over there, she'd already called 911. Ambulance is there. They're having trouble with like the stretcher. And so my grandma just walked into the ambulance herself.
I got it. I've seen how to, wow.
Yeah. And then ended up
Dang, dude.
going in cardiac arrest and passing away that night. But so my dad and uncle come up to Kansas City because that's where the funeral is going to be.
Gotcha.
And they have come up because they're going to be, they have to sign some stuff, I think, with the funeral home, and they need to drop off some clothes. And they had an appointment, 10 a.m. And so they're like, all right, hey, 11 a.m., let's go to like Oklahoma Joe's or something.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is great. Rachel loves ribs. And so
Yeah, Rachel can eat everything on the menu right now.
they drive all the way up to Kansas City. The woman doesn't show to the appointment.
What?
The funeral home woman just doesn't show up. And they'd already kind of had some problems with the funeral home. They were not happy.
Dang.
Spin zone.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one to spin. Just a second.
All right, let me cue you in again. So days after my grandma passed away, my dad and uncle drove all the way to Kansas City together to meet with the woman at the funeral home, and she did not show up. Was nowhere to be found.
Spin
I'm
zone.
laughing because Brad's spinning around in his chair, by the way.
Spin zone. At least they have some people in Kansas City they're excited to see, and they get to see them. And you know what? Now they're not pressed for time.
Great spin. Great spin.
Thanks. That's a tough one. I was not expecting to have to spin
That is a
bad
tougher
boy.
spin. Yeah. I didn't ask you to spin my grandma's death, but that would have been
Yes.
tougher.
Yes.
I can do that later.
She lived a
actually.
great life. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it was like, well, at least we could all hang out, and it was fun. So me, Rachel, my dad, your coach, we all just go to Oklahoma Joe's together, and John eats the most ribs I've ever seen a human throw down. We have a blast. He swears up and down he's done eating. He's like, no, seriously, like after this, I'm done eating. Like, what kind of promise is that?
Just at the end of the meal?
Yeah, I think he was just like, no, seriously, like, I had a good run.
Oh,
I'm all good with eating.
it's over. Yeah.
And saying it like really seriously.
Yeah.
It was fun. I'm glad this is my last meal, but I think I'm good on eating.
That Oklahoma Joe's KC, whatever, will do that to you. Like, it's just like, man, I don't need anything else for the rest of my life. This is it. This is the pinnacle.
Dude, I hadn't had French fries in a month.
So good.
My goodness, the seasoning there.
Dude, we're good.
So good.
Yeah. Dude, Hattie and I, Hattie has started to really share my love for Joe's fries, which if you haven't had them, I think they're genuinely the best French fries in the world.
They are. They're underrated.
They're so good. They're almost as good as the the meat. I think, and Hattie has really developed it. So now we dream of days where it's like, we could just, you and me sometime, just go out and just buy French fries, and just eat them. That would be our whole thing. It's like, we just talk to each other and eat French fries.
That's amazing.
How great. And now she's so excited about that idea.
And the helpings are massive. So you really could share a bag of fries.
Yeah, you can easily share it between two people. So that's great. Okay, so
From there, we go straight to our Valentine's Day festivities. We only had the little time in the afternoon. And the thing I was taking Rachel to was right next to Joe's. So we just went there, 3-story bookstore.
Was it the one that I was thinking of across from on 39th Street?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Right next to a liquor store where there's a guy kind of screaming at all times.
Yeah, in a weird accent.
Yeah, it's across from Blue Koi, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sweet. I mean, it just looks like they need to shoot a movie in there. It's really cool. And then from there, so I thought that was nice. I don't know, Rachel would like that. Man, she one up me. It was not a massage, but that was a good guess from you last week. She took me to Petland, and she had called ahead. That's what the appointment was for. She had made an hour-long appointment for us to pet a golden retriever.
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah. A whole hour?
It was one of those things where I was like, wait, did I say this out? I didn't say this out loud to you. I was like, I don't know how she knows me so well, but probably just a week ago, I remember specifically cleaning out, doing something in the garage and thinking I could go for a little dog time.
Yeah.
Even as a single guy, I never really felt that need for companionship. It was oh yeah, I need to get married someday, but I did pretty good with loneliness. And it was it wasn't some hole I needed to fill. But for whatever reason, that does come up with kind of want to just wrestle around with a dog. I never had that with a girl.
But not I need a dog. I just want it every once in a while.
I need my fix.
Yeah.
I need a fixed dog.
Yeah. Oh,
to
that's
fix
what that
around
means.
with. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Is your dog fixed? Yeah. But yeah, Jake just pet him last week.
Jake had him for an hour last week.
Yeah, we get him fixed once a month over at Jake's house.
He gets fixed all the time whenever Jake's in the mood.
Dude, that's awesome. So
I was I don't know how you read my mind. Just last week, I was I need to pet a dog.
So they're puppies, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so it was I don't know how I'm not good with babies or dogs. Looking at them and being oh, your age is this.
Me neither, dude. So there's some babies out there that are huge.
Yeah.
And they're 3 months old.
Yeah.
You're bigger than Henry, so I don't know. There's other ones that's there was one time, dude, I'm not going to say who it is, but you and I both know who this person is. And I asked how old their son was, and he told me, and I laughed out loud because I thought he was joking. I was there's no way that huge kid is that age. So, and it was before I had kids, and I was so embarrassed. I think about that. I thought about that last week. I'm oh, that was bad. I shouldn't have done that.
That's in your highlight reel of bad social moments. That was a mistake.
And I didn't know him very well at the time. And so anyway.
And Jonas isn't that big.
That's the craziest part.
Yeah. I barely even knew his kid's parents. Yeah. Anyway.
So I don't know, but definitely a puppy.
Okay.
And just a perfect, just golden retriever puppy. Just the color you're imagining, just amazing. And we get in this little booth with it. may I, Spin Zone, complain. It must be some sort of, also, I challenge you next time to spin around without making contact with anything else in the studio. They must doll up these puppies with some type of like chemical before you pet them. I don't know if it's for the puppy's protection or for my protection, but this thing stunk to high heaven. So it's like, here's your golden, have fun for the next hour, and then your hands wet and they smell bad. Spin Zone.
Spin Zone.
New hat.
They make really good smelling soap that you have some at your house that can take away some of those stinking to high heaven things.
Decent spin.
I know, it was tough.
That's a tough one. Yeah, you're like, this is all around bad. Okay, maybe I didn't
rough,
get
yeah.
worms. I don't know.
Yeah. What would smell worse on your hands? Those chemicals or
Ringworm.
ringworm?
Hard to
Tell me.
say.
Yeah.
I also have trouble believing that Petland is like doing whatever has the pet's best interest at heart.
Yeah.
All right,
fair.
that is a good
I'm like,
Fair.
preface.
I don't know if it's they're benefiting the dog.
Fair.
I'm glad that you already like kind of feel that way towards Petland.
Oh,
because
yeah.
we're gonna get into this.
Just pet stores in general are like these like rough back and forth.
Any building with a roof on it at all that has more than 2 dogs in it.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're the best breeder in the world. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like they're not totally happy. You're not totally happy. You know,
Dude.
something's up. It stinks in here.
Sorry, let me digress real quick. There was one time I don't know why I've never talked about this. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's not that like great of a story, but like I was walking around over by Von Mar. You know where that is?
Von Mauer.
Von Mauer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Over by Buster's.
over by Dave and Buster's, over by Dogtopia. There's a place called Dogtopia over there.
Oh, that's near Beef Jerky Warehouse, isn't it?
Dogtopia sounded like the most dystopian place I've ever heard of. Like
Yeah, Dogtopia. What goes
I think-
down there?
I think it's like a doggy daycare, but it sounded like they were, one stage away from mustard gas on these dogs or something.
or
Like,
like some sort of dog brothel.
it
Some
w-
kind of red light
maybe,
district.
dude, but it would sound like they were not having fun. So
Wait. You could hear.
yes, you can hear them like
Zootopia?
screaming and yelping. Like
Wait. How close is Dogtopia?
not that close, dude.
Where were you going?
I was walking
Von
around.
Mauer?
No, this was like where I was in the stage where I was like trying to walk every single day.
You were
And
on
I was
Beef
on a-
Jerky World.
I was on a phone call. It was actually like it was on the phone call with the woman from Sycamore Creek right before Branson. Like
Okay.
shoring up details.
So you're just walking by storefronts.
Walking by,
You're outdoors, so you can hear the yelping.
but I'm like walking by like kind of in a back alleyway. So like I don't think you're supposed to be able to hear this from Dogtopia.
Oh,
All
they
of a sudden-
soundproof the front. Yeah, I was busy fixing a dog
I
at
was
the
like,
time.
what is happening? Sorry, Lisa. I'm gonna have to be on mute here real quick. But
Yeah,
anyway,
what goes down there?
I don't know, dude. But it was something. I'll tell you that much. So
This isn't the exact same thing. Now I'm digressing from that, but
I have a scam call.
yeah, go off.
Yeah, who is it? This says it's going to be a scam. You better not be scamming me. Hello? I'm just kidding. Hey, how are you? Are you there? Thursdays, huh? Cold word. All right.
I never had him. And he brought up the weather, and then he got out of there.
Yeah, maybe he's like, oh, this guy. This freaking guy. Anyway, sorry. Not
It's
the
just
same.
been so cold that for whatever reason, our friends. Wait, do I have a complaint? Or did you sense a complaint coming on,
Sounds like it.
Mr. Spin? Okay, sure. We can. Yeah.
So cold, you said.
You don't even know what I'm going to say. You're like Twana. Oh, we're doing a game?
Okay.
This is my sweet spot.
All right. Give me that spin.
It's been so cold that for whatever reason, I started thinking about our friends who have chickens. Sam Henniger, his wife Ashlyn. So I just texted him yesterday. I was like, "How do chickens do in the cold? They live at just in the middle of the suburbs, but they got a chicken coop in the backyard." And he was like, "I looked online. I guess they do fine." He was
Yeah.
like, "I covered them." He sent me a picture. He like covered it with tarp, and then he like is barricaded it all with like hay and everything.
Okay.
He's like, "They're warm and cozy." And from the look of it, when you see snow coming down, it's bitter cold. I was like, dude, is kind of a dogtopia. I was like, what some people call warm and cozy, other people call reminds me of the Holocaust. I mean, you got
Other
a
people
coop
call
full of
cruel and unusual punishment.
yeah. They'll be skinnier when they come out.
Lean meat. Like, okay, yeah, I got it.
It did not look warm and cozy
Are they
at
in
all.
are they in like an enclosed, like, do they have a roof?
Yeah, they have a roof, and
Okay.
it looked like you put like a little tarp over it to keep the snow out. But yeah, this barricade, you know, they're just like some hay bales.
Yeah.
You know, cozy for a chicken, maybe.
Yeah, Catherine's parents have gotten chickens kind of in the last year or two, and they said the same thing. They're like, we thought we needed like heat lamps and stuff. They're like, no, it turns out they'll be all right in the cold.
Yeah,
but it's real cold here, so I don't know.
It's really cold. Yeah, this comes back to the horse leg conversation we had. It's just like they just don't have.
Yeah.
I guess
Much
chickens
there.
are mammals, so who knows how they work.
Horses are amphibians, though.
I think they can swim.
Yeah, that's true. They're
Horse
amphibious.
boat.
Yeah, horse boat.
Valentine's Day. Petland. Okay, so
Petland,
Petland. So, yeah, right away, just the whole building kind of smells bad, which that's probably unavoidable at a place with 20 dogs in it, spin zone.
At least it's heated. At least you're inside.
True. I was warm.
That's right.
And then the dog smells bad, but it's all good. We're excited. I'm like, this is the cutest thing. I can't believe you did this. This is awesome. And so we're just having a blast. We're petting the dog. And right away, the handler, the guy comes over.
Handler.
I don't know what to call him. The dog drop offer. And just like very serious, like, I guess my expectations of like an employee at Petland would be a little more bubbly, a little more smiley. We saw no smiles from this guy. He kind of reminded me of Xerxes from 300, if you want to kind of imagine that.
Okay.
Kind of.
Got it.
Very stoic.
Yeah.
Very serious.
Uh-huh.
I think he had a nose ring.
Okay. Those things.
And just like, so what brings you in today? Oh, we just love dogs, and you know, you never know, you know.
Yeah.
Or I'm not trying to act like we're not completely not here
Right,
just to
right.
pet it. And anyway, okay, we'll have fun with the pup, and let me know if you need anything. Love calling it the pup.
Yeah.
And so we're having fun, and of course Rachel's all of a sudden just like, should we?
For like to feel like, I don't know. He's like really serious. Like,
And I think she just enjoyed the dog. She's like, I don't know, maybe. And I'm just like, yeah, maybe. Even though knowing we are not going home with this dog, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there it is great.
can I interrupt and ask, do you know how much it costs?
We will get to
Okay,
that.
thank you, 'cause I'm
I'm
like-
glad you asked.
I bet it's so expensive at Petland.
Yeah, we will get to that. Then guy comes over a little bit later. It's just like, hi guys, are you? Can you put the dog down? Put the dog down off the bench. Like, oh,
Were you in one of those
Sorry.
like cubicle things?
yeah, cubicle things.
Little like pony wall, 4 foot tall things?
Yeah, like a petting zoo type thing.
Okay. Yeah.
What is that from The Office? Reverse petting zoo? Animals pet the humans?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Horse boat. Yeah.
we were in there. And I guess I'm not supposed to have the dog on the bench, even though we're both on the bench. Doesn't that seem like a great place for the dog? Whatever.
Oh.
Gives you some
What's
lecture
a
on.
bench in basketball?
Well, it's just your warm up. It's like, well, it's when it's like a celebration. You're like, we made it. Yeah.
Let's bench, and they kind of
sometimes-
do like a bench press move.
And then sometimes it's like the strongest teammate and like the lightest teammate. It's like he'll just bench him.
Oh yeah.
The surprise. Yeah.
Okay. So dogs on the bench.
You got a dog on a bench. And it's like, put the pup down, please. Oh, sorry. Okay. He's very familiar with Petland's, who knows what it's called. Renter protocol program. No, I'm not. Pulls out a binder and just starts
binder.
going page after page of this binder while we're trying to pet this dog, whatever. We're kind of taking turns being nice. You know that when it's
I
like,
see.
I'll be nice for a little bit and then I'm going to go back and pet the dog. Now Rachel's nodding along for a little bit. Whatever. Skip ahead a little bit and it's kind of fun having a dog that's unnamed because every 10 seconds I just give it a new name.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun. Hey, Muggsy.
Muggsy would be a good name.
That was like what came to mind.
Bogues.
Yeah, Bogues would be his friend. But Muggsy starts peeing on the ground.
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, he doesn't see it, so then he steps all in it. and really spreads the scent around pretty quickly. Pretty hilarious, though, because it's so slippery that he can't walk anymore. So it was actually kind of cute, even though urine's getting everywhere.
Yeah.
And so we're like getting the guy to come over. Hey, I'll clean him up. I'll be back. You go into this cubicle next. Okay, go over there. And then I forget how it happens, but he's like, would you be interested in seeing some payment options? And we were kind of like curious how much it costs. I was like, sure, yeah. He goes back and he hands me, it looks like he's handing me the bill at a restaurant. Like it's got the pin in it and it's got the receipt. And he's like, here it is. Like expecting me to just like sign for it right there. I look at the price for this one dog, $5,700
No way.
from Petland.
No.
I like if you look online, it's like, yeah, a nice breeder, you might spend $3,000.
In my head, I was like, it's going to be a high, crazy number, like $3,000.
That's like the highest end,
that would be insane.
like a
to spend
California
in my head.
breeder.
And maybe there's people out there that are like, yeah, we've spent that much on our dogs. More power to you. As someone who doesn't know that market, $3,000 seems insane to me. So basically twice that.
Because we even looked it up. There's like a breeder in Iowa.
Sure.
It's like $2,000 for golden retrievers. I think that's like the going price in the Midwest.
What? But this
That's
one's got chemicals
wild.
all over it.
Yeah, and likes to pee.
Yeah.
So $5,700 for one dog. We couldn't even believe it. I was like,
Is it like one of those
look
like
at this.
iPhone things where like
iPhone forever?
You pay $5,700, but yeah, it's dog forever. You can just take it every 2 years and replace it.
I didn't ask about that. Yeah, it could get like a Apple protection on it or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
I'd like to get some type of like highway protection on it.
Apple Care, yeah, kind of thing.
That would be nice.
Screen protector, like if his,
Yeah, or do I need a case?
do you need a case?
How waterproof are they? I say water resistant. What's that mean?
How do you charge it? Yeah.
So he's like $5,700.
That's
so
nuts, dude.
the receipt comes with a pin that is already uncapped. This is important because Muggsy gets his little tongue on it. I don't even notice this, but I think he licks the pink pin like twice. I don't know what this ink is made out of, but it's just like expanding all over the dog's tongue. And now the dog licks its nose, and so now it's on his nose. So now anything like the front of his mouth touches or he licks, pink is getting everywhere. It's on our clothes, and it's on the bench, and it's on my shoes, and it's
my
just all
gosh.
over. And so then we're kind of like, I guess we tell him he's making another mess now. And while pink is getting everywhere, and we're trying to like scramble to do this, then he takes a massive dump in there. And dude, a dump out of water, it stinks.
Oh, golly. Golly. Because they're probably not feeding them right. So,
Yeah, who knows what?
oh my.
And so very quickly, it was like, this is so fun to like,
Yeah.
get me out of here.
Right, this
it
is
smells
torture.
awful.
It went from
ink-
Dogtopia to Dystopia.
Yeah,
It did.
it did. It was like this dog made 3 messes in 30 minutes. We do not need a puppy right now. Seriously. I mean, in a contained area, it made 3 messes, 30 minutes, $5,700. So we're like, let's just get out of here. Let's just go right now.
I would just, if the guy's like, so what are we thinking? I mean, look around. What do you think we're thinking?
Basically, so we're like, hey, dump. He comes back over. What's the problem? Look.
That wasn't from my wife. Like, it's from your dog.
And so we're like, I think, we are like scooting out of there as quick as possible. It smells awful. So this guy is standing in it, talking to us now outside of it. And he's like, were you wanting to purchase the pup today? No, I think we're good. Thank you though, but no, I think we're gonna head out. Oh, what's holding you back? And I'm like, wow, he like really wants to have a conversation while he's standing.
Take a few guesses, bud.
He's standing like in the poop. That's the most shocking part about all
And
this.
the
Like,
pee, right? Or had you already cleaned that up?
different cubicle.
Oh, okay.
We moved. I just can't believe how he's standing above this poop, asking more questions. He's got
guy's
to
not
be
giving up.
AI or something.
Yeah.
So what's holding you back? And it was like, well, to be honest, we were not. I think the price is a little much. He goes, well, what price were you expecting? Kind of like condescending. I was like, all right. I was like, well, to be honest, we both grew up on farms. We've never paid for a dog before, so we didn't even really know what to expect.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we have payment plans. If that's something you'd be interested in.
I bet you do. $5,700?
And I said, well, I mean, that's still the same amount. A payment plan doesn't make it cheaper.
Sometimes it makes it more.
And then he counters by saying like, well, our interest is only 5.9. And I was like, so that's even more money.
Do you know how that works?
That's not good for me.
Yeah.
It's so, I mean, you just negotiated in the poop. It was awful.
Wow.
It was hard to get out of there.
Yeah. I mean, also, who does serious business for $5,700 with a pink pen? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, bring a nice black one. If you're like, like if you're doing like a signing day for your house, you're not like, do you want the pen that has 16 different colors on it that you can press down on?
Gel pen day.
Yeah, right. It's like, no. You bring that heavy black pen, like a fountain.
That's a great point. Yeah,
So-
5,700. I couldn't believe it.
Is
for
that
one
crazy
dog.
to you, Timon?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That-
I would have nothing. I would guess maybe higher end. Yeah, 2, 3 maybe.
Right.
Like if it was like bread.
I would never pay that much for a dog. But then 5,700 is absolutely wild.
I went to that pet store. I think I talked about it on the podcast.
like
I had the
a-
monkey inside of it. And they had dogs there that were tiny little dogs for, multiple, like maybe $2,000 or something. And I was like, and they weren't even like, they were like tiny dogs that were going to stay tiny. And so when you said, in my head, I was like, it's going to be more than 2,000. I know that much right now. But like 5,700 that is a solid, reasonably mild Toyota Camry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like dogs
I
are
was
great.
thinking that. A dog or a
Can't take me
good
to
car.
Washington and back. Like,
Yeah. You could take a family of 4 on an African safari.
yep.
Yeah. You get
Or-
a used car,
Yeah.
or you get a dog that could get sick, get hit.
Yeah.
Who knows what could happen? You don't really want to spend a lot of maintenance on a dog.
That's wild, dude. Well, don't tell Rachel's mom this story because I'm still holding out hope that someday they're going to have more labs and they're going to give them away for free again.
Oh yeah, they always will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see if they want to talk to
Buster.
Daisy and Buster, see if they want to get fixed. Yeah, we all know it. We all hear it every week. Main Street Roasters, your big fancy coffee sponsor. But maybe what you didn't know is just how many flavors they have, just the variety they provide. So yeah, Brad, since you were the one saying those things at the beginning,
Yeah. Again.
let's do a little exercise.
Okay.
You tell me a coffee flavor you like, and I'll tell you a coffee flavor from Main Street Roasters that's even better than that.
Okay. Sure.
Give me a coffee flavor you like.
Oh, just mocha.
Blueberry cinnamon crumble flavored coffee. Beats mocha, rock beats paper.
Yeah.
Crap, it doesn't actually. In this exercise, though, blueberry cinnamon crumble rock.
Construction paper.
Yes.
It's really hard.
It's different.
Wait. No.
Yep, I know. What's another coffee flavor you like?
Oh. Just strawberry.
Salted caramel.
Okay. What about slightly frozen chocolate milk?
How about cinnamon coffee cake flavored coffee?
Okay.
Get it in beans now.
What about like just the smell of a coffee shop in general, like that flavor?
Yeah. How about turtle Sunday truffle flavored coffee? $13.99 full price.
What about like the smell of like an old book that you read a long time ago, but then you like smell it again? Like I like that kind of coffee.
Try apple cinnamon strudel flavored coffee. Beans.
Okay. What about I don't know, just Christmas, like a fresh Christmas tree coffee.
Milk and honey flavored coffee. $13.99 full price.
What? I'm plumb out, Jake.
Plum out? I can do something better than plum out. How about new Grandma's Apple Crisp flavored coffee?
Wow. That sounds like some good coffee, Jake.
I can do better than good coffee. Try caramel custard flavored coffee.
Wow. That sounds like something that I'd pay full price.
Try Vermont maple nut flavored coffee.
Wow. That sounds like one of my favorite types of coffee.
Try
to have
butter pecan crunch flavored coffee. Honestly, I haven't even scratched the surface. There's about 11 more that I haven't said. So
There's so many good
point
flavors.
being, they've got options.
They've got options.
They really do have a ton of variety. So check it out. They have 28 different kinds of just flavored coffee and all sorts of other stuff. And you don't have to pay that lousy full price. GRKC is the promo code to get 10% off. And Find something that you like, even more than Christmas.
I dare you.
Oh my, that's great though. Okay, so all that to say, Valentine's Day was a good time.
Yeah, that was fun. It gave us a good story and a fun debrief. And then from there, went home, showered, and then straight to the comedy show. I think we filled it up, and there was like 60 people there that night, which is fun. Tymon's friend Zach came and filmed a little bit.
All right.
I tried to, so I was the one like checking people in. So I would like find their name, I'd give them a wristband. And I loved getting that time because I'd be like, where'd you come in from? And like, how'd you find out about it? I was so curious how they found out about it.
Yeah.
Probably 40 to 50% were Ghostrunners fans. So that was cool.
Cool.
I don't know what I expected, but that was great.
People that you'd met before or mixed?
Probably
or?
half and half.
Okay,
You know,
cool.
some household names.
Yeah.
Hannah Warner, of course, Curse.
A curse.
Joan, her husband, which Hannah Warner, I should have thought of this beforehand. Our last Ghostrunners getaway, she won the prize. It was like free tickets to come see Jake live. And then it was like, hey, I'm not going on tour or Trey anymore. And then, you know, we like renegotiated. And then I didn't even think I should have got her just free tickets to this.
To see Jake live, she sees you at volleyball. Are you animated?
I didn't charge you for that.
Yeah. Yeah, bummer.
So I felt in hindsight, I was like, oh, that's bummer that she paid for that, but we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
And then it was, I mean, there were probably 11 different ways that people ended up there, which is kind of cool. Some people were like, oh, I just got an email from Chicken and Pickle.
Cool.
And that was kind of fascinating too, to think about like the place you go play pickleball at emailed you that there was going to be a comedy show on Valentine's Day for a comedian you've never heard of. And you're here like, thank you for like believing enough in me. Like if I got that email, I'd be like, oh, that guy's probably terrible. You know, if you just haven't heard of him, you know, maybe that just I have a sinister view of.
Maybe they have heard of you. Did they seem like they had like at least known Friday?
It didn't feel like it.
They're reading emails from their pickleball, local pickleball place. Maybe they're at least a little into pickleball.
There were some like good signs. Like there were two women who came and they said they were there because I posted in Casey Pickleball's Facebook group, but they didn't know about Friday Pickleball yet. I was like, now that's interesting.
Okay.
That's actually good. That means there's more audience to capture.
For sure. Yeah.
The people who are really into pickleball in Kansas City still don't know about us.
Yeah.
All right, there's a lot more subscribers out there.
Interesting.
So that was another one. One guy was like, my mom told me to come.
Okay.
So I think his mom must be a big fan or
Thanks,
something.
Mom. Yeah.
Yeah, had a few different reasons. But it was really great. And I'm trying to think what else. Oh, there's a foursome there, all ghosties. I was like, where'd you guys come in from? And they were like, Des Moines. I was like, oh, I got to bring it now.
Yeah, really.
Came in from
No
Des
pressure.
Moines for this. Yeah.
That's fun.
A couple other people, they were big Friday fans. They came from like 2 hours away, Marshall, Missouri. So it was like, it was cool. It was like, it felt like a real show. It was like people were driving in for this.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, it was my first time like selling tickets. I don't know if I want to get in the habit of selling my own tickets. I kind of
sounds
like
like
the
you
pay
don't.
me up
Yeah.
front.
Yeah.
Pay me up front's nice.
A little bit less stressful, less, more just like guarantee.
Yeah. But the Iowa people were great. The Joys were their last name.
Okay, cool.
One girl's name was Betsy. I heard Benson. Called her Benson a while. Not her name. Benson. Oh, okay. Let me guess. Beautiful Things, your favorite song?
Yeah.
Yeah, her name was Betsy.
That's okay.
Scott brought me up. Scott did great. Had a few, cracked a few jokes.
What did he say?
I don't remember now. What was it? I think one joke was something about like, when we sat down to start Friday Pickleball, we always said we want to be performing, you know,
Love it.
at Chicken and Pickle or something like that. And yeah, it was a great show. It was like their roof, so there's not a stage or anything. I'm just on like the ground floor.
Oh, you were up at like where we did the VIP thing?
Yes.
And that's like open air, right? Was it cold?
No, they
closed it off.
yeah, like the inside of where we did the VIP thing.
Oh,
You know, they
so
do
60 people in there is like good.
It wasn't bad. Yeah, it felt
Yeah.
foolish.
Okay.
But yeah, you're just like ground level with them. They did have some string lights up, so I was able to turn off all the other lights. I think that helped a little bit.
Yes.
Probably didn't help out Zach, but that probably helped a little bit. They had a wireless mic set up, speakers, not enough amperage. Like if you talked with any kind of volume, it would peak. So I kind of had to perform quietly,
That's a bummer.
you know, just or else it would get distorted.
So was it just too loud of a, like you think the speakers were turned up too much then?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like the gain on the mic was too high. You know, there might have been some adjustments, but it was like, I'll just
go.
be really dramatic.
Yeah.
And then I told her, that's not dry shampoo.
Yeah, maybe you're like developing a new style of comedy. Like you're gonna be the quiet guy.
I've done shows before where my throat is hurting really bad, and Alan has told me, he's like, I really like your like sore throat performances. He's like, you have a different like delivery to you.
It's kind of like John Lennon back in the like Twist and Shout. You know the song, "Shake It Up, Baby."
Is that John Lennon?
Yeah. It's
No
the Beatles.
way.
Yeah.
The Beatles sing Twist and Shout?
Yeah, you're like making me. doubt
Sorry,
it all
well,
of a
no,
sudden.
I don't know who sings it. That just blows my mind. I don't know they. Wow.
But I think Timon, you can look this up
Good
if
for the
you have
Beatles.
time over there. But I think he was like sick or something the first time they recorded that, and so he kind of like just screamed out, "Shake it up, baby!" Now,
and so when he does it live, he's like, I can't. It's hard to mimic that.
people are like, "I kind of like you when you were sick," kind of thing.
What
you
song
know,
am I looking up?
Beatles,
Sorry.
Twist and Shout,
Twist and Shout, origin story, John Lennon sick,
Scratch, Mucinex.
screamo. Anyway, so yeah, you're just being a little more dramatic with it.
So
That's great.
my bidet
Yeah, that was true, Brad.
has 4 settings.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Not bad. And then just to wrap it up, it was. I know what else happened that day. We uploaded a YouTube video that was crushing, 1 out of 10, and we posted the Shark Tank video that Timon edited. People are also loving that. So it's just a lot of dopamine. It was
Yes.
like man, what a day. And then afterwards, went and played pickleball. Everybody was great. Really long day. Got home at like midnight. Really great day. Good
Wow.
Valentine's.
Yeah, long day.
Long day.
That's great. My Valentine's was not like that at all. I'm trying to even remember what we did. We did do the heart-shaped pizza,
Okay.
and we watched The Love Bug.
Love Bug.
Heard of it? Herbie?
Fully.
Yeah, Herbie Fully Loaded. The original one back in the day was called The Love Bug.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You ever seen it, Timon?
No, but I've heard of it.
Old movie. It's pretty awesome, actually.
Sweet.
I mean, we watched it because Hattie thought it was an appropriate name for Valentine's Day.
That's
Like,
nice.
even though it's not really, I don't know why they call it The Love Bug, because it's a VW bug, I guess.
Slug Bug.
Anyway, that was fun. And then Catherine has been sleeping poorly for a while, and so she just was like, we were not romantic at all. Like, it was just like, she's like, I'm going to bed. So I'm like, I'm going to find a movie to watch that I don't think you would want to watch. And I'm going to watch it downstairs. I'm going to turn it up pretty loud in the basement, we got the surround sound, whatever sound bar thing. And I texted Time about this. Have you ever seen the movie Baby Driver?
No. Is this the Don't Put Baby in a Corner?
No, that is Dirty Dancing.
Got it.
This guy's name is Baby, though, the main character.
That's so good. Why is everyone named Baby?
Why
and
is there?
stuff?
There's all these babies, man.
I don't like it.
I was enamored by it. I have thought about it every day since I've watched it.
Is that good?
So I texted Timon, and Timon was like, dude, that's funny. I just watched it on Wednesday or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And Timon was like, it was good. It wasn't great. Like, it wasn't my favorite. Correct, Timon?
Yes, like I enjoyed it all the way through, but it was like nothing. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I think very valid and can see why you would like it a lot,
Yeah.
maybe more. I don't know. Like I just liked it, but didn't love it.
So the thing that makes it like really cool and unique is that I think it's got like 35 total songs in it in the movie.
Okay.
But every single song is like perfectly synchronized with the movie.
Oh, what came first?
I was thinking about that watching it. How do you plan that?
How
Exactly?
do you do that? How do you like
Really impressive.
because like the whole idea is that this guy who's like a getaway driver for these heists needs to always be listening to these songs and like
he's getting away.
synchronize. So like the very first scene is like this bank robbery car chase scene, and the whole time like it's just it's just a cool movie. It's not like Oscar award winning kind of movie, I don't think.
I don't think so. I don't know.
But it's
It
one of
might
those
have gotten-
movies that's like I am jealous that I can't ever watch that again for the first time.
Really?
Like I watched it again the next day. Like it was when I was
Back
like
to
kind of
back?
It was like in the background of like when I was cleaning up that bunko party. But it was like this is so cool and so interesting. I like the cast a lot. I like Kevin Spacey and Jamie Foxx and like John Hamm is in it. Anyway, but I don't watch that many movies like Timon does. So I really appreciate Timon being like, actually, it was just all right to me.
I'd probably like it.
I think
I want to watch it
think you
again
like it.
also where I'm like, I can be fully enveloped in it. Because it was like at Zach's house, like TV wasn't turned up all the way. like,
you gotta.
I know. That's what I'm saying is like, I think
Because it's music. It's like,
experience is definitely part. Like I would not hate just like watching it again where I can fully be in it.
yeah.
I love watching movies where I can just like, even just like with AirPods alone, like
Yeah,
just
true.
I can, I'm in it.
What's going on with Zach's volume? Why can't we get that turned up?
I don't know. I didn't want to bug him about it.
Yeah.
It was fine volume.
Where do you guys think you fall on the volume spectrum when you're watching stuff?
Good question.
I like
I'd say
stuff. I like
medium
stuff
well.
loud.
Do you?
Pretty loud. Like
Medium well.
pretty loud. If I'm by myself, like I think it's the same as like listening to music in my car. I'm just gonna have it pretty loud.
Really?
I think so.
I was next to Timon in his car one time when he was jamming. It's pretty loud.
Yeah.
Dogtopia.
I think I'm pretty average to maybe slightly below average volume on a casual watch, like a TV show or something that I've seen before. But if
That's
I'm like
fair.
watching a movie, I love lights off and I love sound up.
Yeah.
If I can.
Do you like all the lights off or do you like a little vibe? You want a lamp on? You want some string lights going?
If it's Brad
Candle.
Ellis by himself, all the lights off.
Okay.
If Catherine is around, she's still eating dinner from 3 hours ago. And so she's like, can we just have this light on? I gotta reheat my kava. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, but in my head, I'm like, I would love every light, every knee, or was it every eye closed and every knee bowed? Nope. Was when they, yeah,
You got this.
I see that hand. What is it? every
head bow.
every head bowed, and every eye closed.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can bow your knee though. If you're at mass.
Every knee bowed. Bend the knee. Anyway, yeah, I'm a big like, because sometimes that one light over there in the corner,
Glare.
yeah, there's the glare on that thing. So
Rachel is big on vibe when we're watching stuff.
okay,
Like, and there's different types of vibes. Like the overhead lights are always off, but then like we might do big lamp and twinkle lights are on. And she's like, let's go Christmas tree lights and the lamp next to me on.
Christmas tree lights, huge fan.
Yeah.
First thing I turned on in the morning every single time during Christmas season.
Rachel really appreciates a good vibe, and I appreciate it too. And she always says this, and she's right. She's like, if I didn't live here, you would never set a vibe. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. I wouldn't go
talk
out of
to me
my
about-
way.
Yeah, sometimes you would just keep all the lights on until it's time to go to bed, and then you turn off the lights.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
0,
yeah.
100.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with Rachel. Like I love a fire. Fire sets the vibe like nothing else. I think nice fire. If the firelight is there, that's perfect.
That's good
amount of light.
ambient light.
Yeah,
I won't stand for a glare. If there's a light reflecting on the TV, I'll get that off. But for the most part, I'm like, I'm watching something because I want to watch it. So I'm not going to try to like be halfway asleep or like start getting ready for bed. Like, let's stay
that's
awake.
fair. Yeah. I also love me a drink while I'm watching something. I love drinks in general.
You do love drinks.
TJ gave me a hard time about that. I talk about that. On the
Yes, like how you're always
always
just
taking a drink to go. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna run to the garage fridge real quick and I'll meet you in the car.
that's why I love gas stations.
Yes.
I will always get a drink from a gas station.
Oh, they know what they're doing.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Let's say a scenario for each of you. 10:30 at night. Your wives are both out of town.
Okay.
Okay.
There's something you've been wanting to watch. It came out a week ago. You've been waiting all week to watch it. It's finally time to watch it, and you've got an endless amount of money. What's like your snack you're bringing with you? What seat are you sitting on?
Oh, are we going to the movie to watch it?
No, you're watching it like at home, like a home snack.
Okay.
What's your snack? What's your drink? What's your seat?
Wow. How healthy am I trying to be?
No, I don't think you are. I think this is like a
This
guilty
is
pleasure.
Go crazy Scorsese.
Yeah, this is
Go
like
crazy with Scorsese, maybe.
go crazy with.
Yeah. Parchesi.
Yeah, I was trying to think of an alcohol.
Bacardi.
Hennessy.
Bacardi. Yeah, oh, that's good. Hennessy. Yeah, no alcohol. I think we're going crazy.
First of all, when you say snack, I'm thinking snacks, multiple, lot of snacks.
Good call.
Lots
Okay.
to choose from.
Okay.
I mean, Andy's has to be involved.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay.
I love
I don't like
Andy's
anything that
frozen
makes
custard.
my hand cold.
Well, then get some napkins and throw it around there. This
Napkins.
is your own thing.
Throw it around there.
Get 3 cups on there.
I never thought about triple cup.
Triple
I could
cup.
do a triple double on the cup.
Or a milkshake or something. Just something nice.
Okay.
I love ice cream. Ice cream is my favorite kind of food in the
Okay.
world. And then
Ice cream is good.
maybe a Dr. Pepper, maybe some nice chips, jalapeno
Wow,
kettle
you'll go
cooked.
from
Dude,
ice cream.
I was gonna say first thing jalapeno kettle chips. Was
they're
my-
so good,
they're
dude.
so unbelievably good.
Unbelievably
What
good.
order will you go? Will you lay a base of ice cream and then Dr. Pepper?
I don't know.
That's what I was gonna say. I couldn't ice cream and Dr Pepper.
It-
Two cold things and like I don't
Well,
know.
it's a
if I can
long
do it.
movie. It's a long
That's
movie.
true. That's true.
It could be a 3-part documentary. I don't know. Gabby Petito? Who knows?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, she's a girl from Stratford. No, I'm just kidding. This is the documentary that just came out on Netflix.
Okay.
You remember that girl, Grand Tetons, like 2021, like disappeared. Her husband or boyfriend's name Brian Laundrie. Remember that?
I do remember her.
Yeah. I barely knew about it, so excited to watch the documentary.
Okay.
Got downloaded for the flight tonight.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. I mean, the frozen custard melts quick. So
Yes,
it's
it
almost
does.
like Andy's is in my house, ideally. Or something. Or maybe I throw
Or the
Andy's
TVs
right.
and
Yeah,
Andy's.
well, you have unlimited money, Jake said. So
Yeah, true.
for me, I'm renting out a theater, like an actual movie theater. because
No, you have to watch in your house. Home snacks.
unlimited money.
Home snacks. Home snacks. Home snacks. Dude, I could smash some jalapeno chips right now.
Yeah,
I told
absolutely.
Bo the other day, I was like, Bo, let's smash some chips. And he took it literally and just boom.
Okay.
That's not really what I meant. Yeah, so good.
So at my house, am I allowed to like buy a good sound system though?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm doing that. I'm buying a huge TV.
Okay.
And like
That's your snack,
and
audio.
like Dolby Atmos sound system.
Okay.
Getting it
Unlimited.
professionally installed.
Nice.
You know, quick sidebar. We started watching Severance, which is on Apple TV Plus, and on screen there'll be an overlay that says Dolby Atmos. I'm like, doesn't that have to do with my speakers? You don't know what my speakers are.
Yeah, I think that would
Maybe listen to
only
this on my iPhone.
that would only affect a select few people because like I'm guessing it's just maybe most TV shows aren't mixed for that.
Yeah.
But it's not going to really change anything unless you have that.
Go on.
Me when I have unlimited money, yeah, I'll watch Severance.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's your snacks though?
Oh, jalapeno kettle was my first thought. I think like sweet tart ropes.
Oh.
Is that different than a nerd rope?
Yeah.
What's a sweet
I've never,
tart?
I'm not even
that's
sure
true.
what a
I've never
nerd rope
heard of
is.
sweet tart.
Sweet tart. This must be a Bucyrus thing.
Dude, what about
Oh, those are not nearly as good.
Wait, sweet tart rope. Like the small, they're like cut into pieces and they're like sour.
you psycho?
Yeah,
so
no,
good.
I gotta
Come
get you a
on.
nerd rope,
Nerd
brother.
ropes are wild.
Yeah, nerd rope's gonna
Nerd clusters?
Your brain's
Nerd
gonna
clusters are also up
blow
there.
out the back of your head.
Maybe cheese pizza.
Oh, that's good.
Good answer.
Good answer. Wow.
Pizza's never a bad idea.
I did that a lot when I was single. I
Holy
would
cow.
Sarpinos,
Yeah.
carry out, you know,
'Cause they're
avoid the
open till
tip. Yeah.
3.
Yeah, they never close. Yeah. And then, it's in your lap. It's warm.
Pizza is so good, dude. Great answer. Could smash some pizza right now as well.
Yeah.
Pizza in a month.
Wow.
Sounds good. Good answer.
Yeah, good. What about Twizzlers?
Oh yeah.
Pull and peel or original?
Not pull
Why
and
am I
peel.
saying
Just
things
whatever
so
the
weird
normal.
today? Original.
I like Twizzlers. I think Twizzlers are more of a road trip snack than a movie snack, though. No specific reason.
I'm just going
I don't know why.
crazy with it. So,
Twizzlers for me have to be consumed at like a water park.
oh, interesting.
That's like the only spot. On the way to the water park, maybe, but yeah, like your mom brings a cooler. It's about 11 o'clock. And you say, let me see those Twizzlers. Yeah, I'm gonna head over to the wave pool, but real quick, let me get a Twizzler.
Grew up with some, Twizzlers, huh?
My I think I gotta have milk involved in my perfect world. This is a lot of my late night snacks
That's
involve
great,
a glass
yeah.
of milk and something that makes me thirsty. So
Straight milk.
yeah, so it'd be like Oreos and milk, hot fudge sundae Pop Tarts, milk,
Oh,
or the crescendo puppy chow milk.
okay.
That's a snack.
What about chocolate milk?
Sure.
Over regular.
A little more prep, but I guess unlimited money. I have a butler, so yeah, I would have him make it.
Oh, you'd make your own chocolate milk, not like.
Yeah, we didn't really buy it that much, but it's so good when you buy it that
It's
way.
so good when you buy it.
It's
You're right though. We
so
didn't
good.
either. We always had the chocolate syrup.
Man, it's so good the way it just comes out. I should start having my protein shakes with chocolate milk. See what that does.
See if it does anything for you.
Forgot about that. Yeah, and then cheese pizza. Cheese pizza start, and then like Act 3 of the movie. It's puppy chow and milk time, I think.
Wow, dude, I'm hungry. That sounds awesome.
That's a good snack time.
You ever dip graham crackers in milk? You have to like time it exactly like three seconds, and then it's like it's not going
Any
to fall into the
later.
milk.
Yeah.
and it's also going to be like nice and soft. Oh, that's a good snack. I like that.
Graham
My high
crackers are
school
nice.
snack was graham crackers and icing.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
really
yeah,
good.
That's also
and
great.
glass of milk.
Dude, let's just kind of throw in a tub of icing.
Tub of
If
icing.
I'm going
yeah.
crazy,
Yeah. Dip
Tub
a
of icing.
jalapeno chip in there just to see.
You could figure it out. Yeah. Wouldn't taste terrible, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it couldn't taste that bad.
No. Tub of icing is nice.
Yeah.
A good tub of icing.
And I'm talking all the dyes and the seed oils and the whatever. Just go wild
For
on that.
one night.
Just for one night. Just get me fixed. So that's a fun question. Fun thought.
How was your heart-shaped pizza? Speaking of pizza.
Oh, I got 2 this time.
Oh, okay, 30 count.
Went one cheese, 1 pepperoni, and it was all right. It's really hard to figure out how to cut those bad boys.
Really?
How would you? I mean, well, I say it was hard to figure out, but then Catherine came back with a slice for me later, and it looked just fine. So I don't know.
Maybe just like 2 people get bad slices, and everyone else it kind of works out.
I cut the first one, like the cheese one for the kids, and I was trying to figure out how to do it, and it didn't look good. And then Catherine came back and was like, "That looks like a piece of
Figured
pizza."
it out.
So I don't know if she like just went straight down the middle first, and maybe from there it's easier to go triangle.
Yeah. Do you guys have one of those things, like one of those, looks like a guillotine blade?
No, I would like one.
I think you have to like own a business. Like you have to be
Yeah.
Pizza Hut to own those.
That's like one of like, I feel like, I'm pretty into my pizza oven. I haven't gotten into
Yeah.
it. It's just so stressful, but it's so fun. But they have like that company sells one of those.
Yeah.
And I could
Pizza-
see like eventually if I don't know what else, if I run out of things I want for my birthday, I'd be like, I could take one of
Take
those.
a big
things.
pizza slice.
Yeah.
Could make the heart shape a little easier.
Yeah. But got a heart shaped pizza and watched Baby Driver. It was a great night.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Solid night, dude.
Yeah. So, and then the next night was Bunko with the girls.
yeah.
And it was the girls and the dads. And it was so much fun. It was really good. That was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday night. And we decided, Hattie and I decided, or I decided, and Hattie was good with it. We were going to go to Dollar Tree beforehand and get all these different like small prizes for like anytime anybody rolled a Bunko. If the dad rolled it, then her daughter got to go. And if the daughter rolled it, she got to go herself.
Cool.
All these like, I think we got like 12 prizes from Dollar Tree, and Hattie helped me pick them out. So she did a good job apparently. As we were picking them out, I'm like, I think, are these
I don't know if people are going to like this.
like, I don't know about you. Kind of like you're saying about like, I don't know how old a baby or a dog is or whatever. Like, I don't know when girls, stop thinking certain things are cool. Like,
Yeah.
and that's kind of intimidating. Like,
But I think it's good that you don't. If you're like, oh yeah, 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got into Barbies.
yeah, right. Well, and that's the thing is like, I know that we like probably quote unquote shelter Hattie from certain things. And so therefore maybe things that she would like other kids might
different.
not, like, oh great. Tate's daughter, she's public school, man. She's way done with this.
Seen it all,
Yeah,
yeah.
right. She's not going to want to play Uno.
No, yeah, she wants to go to prom.
Yeah. Yeah. She's already saving up for a car. Yeah. So like, but these girls thought those prizes were amazing. Like they
Good job,
thought it
Hattie.
was so much fun.
Got a good pulse on the community.
We just did it in my basement. So I like tried to shuffle things around, like push the bed all the way to the corner, like move this ottoman into like the entryway. And so we put all the prizes on the ottoman and I branded it. I call it the Ottoman of Awesomeness.
That's great.
And so the girls were like I heard one girl at one point say, all the other girls have gone to the Ottoman of Awesomeness and I haven't gone yet. And the dad was like, I know, sweetie, it's okay. You'll be all right. And literally the next game, it was awesome. Next game, she rolled a Bunko and she got to go to the Ottoman of Awesomeness.
Ottoman of Awesomeness. Who were the guys that came over?
So it was kind of a random hodgepodge. Tate, Military Bob.
Yep.
And then a
a
couple
fun
guys
reunion.
from CC, the co-op that we go to. One of the guys I had never met before.
Right.
Bob was like, he would be a fun guy.
Hey, happy Valentine's Day.
And then a guy from our church who's like, his daughter is one of Hattie's best friends at church.
Pretty full basement.
Yeah, there were 12 of us down there trying to figure out where to put the tables. And I reconfigured a few times, throughout the day. Full basement, fun basement. And yeah, the way Bunko works is like every single game you switch partners, right?
Yep.
Like, and so you're moving up tables, you're moving down tables, whatever. And so it's kind of fun because then you got to like, have fun, like play around and joke around with other people. And
Yeah.
whatever.
Life is a lot like Bunko. There's ups
And there's
and you switch tables.
There's Bunkos and there's games,
You missed 3-pointers.
Yeah. And, but I didn't, in my head, I was like, is this mathematically possible to have a table where it's only the girls, like only these little girls? Because you have to have somebody keeping score.
Yeah.
And it sure was. It sure was possible. And honestly, the girls did pretty well at keeping
job.
their own score. Like there were a few times where I was like looking over and yeah, some of the girls would be like, "No, you didn't get that one." And you're like, "Well, you're going too fast." You know? It was pretty funny.
Self-governing.
But yeah, overall, it was just a really sweet time. We did little like $10 gift cards for the winner, like most wins, most losses, most bunkos, and most like half and half, 12 and 12.
Oh, that's
kind of
great.
thing. And yeah, did these little gift cards. And apparently, as they were like pulling out of the parking lot, Tate's daughter was like, "Can you text Hattie's dad and see if we can do that again tomorrow?" And
Oh,
it's like,
great.
Sweet.
She wanted a baby driver, yeah.
Yeah. Trying
Back
to
to
teach
back.
Hattie how to be hospitable to all these girls that like Bentley, Tate's daughter, like didn't know anybody there. You
Yeah.
know? Some girls might just know Hattie. So I'm like, make sure they're included. If you notice that some of the drinks run out, you can say, "Hey, we have more drinks upstairs. Can I go get you one?"
That's
You know,
great.
you might need to serve them the popcorn because that's a little bit tough with this scooper. You know, all these different things. And she did awesome. So it was really fun and a fun thing to do with her. And yeah, I don't know, just a sweet memory. Hopefully all the guys enjoyed it. But
That's great. Yeah, it sounds like you got to do that more.
yeah, and it was like
Give
relatively
Hattie
easy.
hosting practice.
Yeah, relatively easy, relatively like casual, but also like we tried to be intentional with certain things about it. And yeah, anyway, it was great. So
And got to see Military Bob.
always a good time to see Bob. So
You know, Tate Unruh, his name was on the list. He bought 2 tickets for the comedy show Friday, but then never showed up. And I kind of forgot about it until just now. I meant to
Oh,
text him. Like,
interesting.
maybe he was just supporting
maybe.
and just bought tickets, or maybe he meant to come. I don't know.
Dude, that's a funny. So Will, my buddy Will Severns, and Tate, we're all just buddies together. And Tate just recently joined Lifetime.
Oh,
We're real pumped about that.
yeah. I'll be there in a week.
Let's go, baby. Is that true?
I've been looking. Yeah, I've been
Okay.
looking at their website. They got a great pickleball program. They got a lot going on with pickleball.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, got me excited.
So anyway, Tate just joined Lifetime. Will and I were planning on meeting on Valentine's Day at Lifetime. Just happened to be on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Whatever. Also got lunch with Peter that day, which is kind of funny. Like
Wow.
just Valentine's Day dates with my boys.
Yeah.
And Tate responded and was like, "Actually, I can't come to hang out with you guys. Thanks for the invite. I'm doing all day Valentine's Day." And Will's like, "Dude, are you doing something like that?" "Well, I'm not doing anything like that with my family." And I'm like, "No, we're not doing anything like that." So I think, yeah, Tate just set the precedent high. I think he did stuff with his kids throughout the day and then did stuff with his wife at night. And
Maybe they were supposed to come and got a little carried away.
maybe, all day Valentine's.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, he's a great dude though. So anyway, yeah, the whole bunko night was an absolute blast.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's fun that you did that. Timon, you went to Iowa.
Yeah,
How was it?
it was good. Nothing crazy. Yeah. What did we do? Went to the mall one day.
Go off.
I got a Lego set,
Oh,
which I haven't touched Legos in 7 years probably. And I just like, it wasn't even there was a Lego store at the mall, but I just bought it from a Barnes and Noble.
what a story.
And,
kidding.
yeah, so I just like went over to Graydon's the other day and was like, "You want to build a Lego set?" And so we built like half of it so far.
What was it?
It's very simple, small. Like I didn't want to spend. Legos are so expensive now,
They're crazy.
and so I paid like $25 for like this like Lamborghini little
Ooh.
like car thing. So yeah,
That's pretty sweet. Yeah. There's like Legoland or whatever. You been there in
no,
Crown
I
Center?
haven't been there, but I've heard of it. Yeah,
And outside of it, we were outside of it one time and just looking at all these different things. They have like a huge like Harry Potter one and a huge Lord of the Rings one. Have you seen that, Timon? Like
maybe.
Rivendell, I think is like,
Yeah, I've seen some of the crazy ones they have.
part of me is like, that's going to be a collector's item someday,
Yeah,
but I'm not going to spend $500
yeah.
hoping it, appreciates the value. But that's fun. Hattie told me the other day, she listens to this little like mini podcast on her Yoto player called Yoto Daily. It's this British guy.
Okay.
And it was all about Legos the other day. And she said, "You know, there are more Lego people, like Lego humans in the world than actual humans." That's
Whoa,
crazy.
Really?
According to Jake on Yoto Daily.
Okay.
So,
Do you feel like the number of humans in the world is going up a little too fast?
no, I think it's the opposite.
Really?
I think that's like the whole idea is like we're becoming whatever, like we're whatever the word is, depopulation or whatever it is.
Yeah, maybe I could reword it better. Because it just feels like it wasn't that long ago that we had like, you would hear people talk about, 6 billion people in the world and I'm still single.
Yeah.
And then a few years ago, I felt like we made the jump to 7.
Oh,
like
really?
Colloquially. it was like, oh, now these tweets and these jokes. Now we're saying 7, I guess. Okay, I guess we got up to 7. That was pretty quick. And then just recently, I've been hearing 8.
I haven't
I'm
really.
like, I don't think
I've
we're
been
up
heard
to
8 for a while.
Yeah,
wow.
I never heard 6. Grew up on 7, and now
that's what I'm saying.
now I hear
think
8.
it's happening really quickly. Where I'm like, I don't know how this can make sense because high school was 6. It took 6,000 years for us to get to 6 million, and then we jumped up 2 billion in the last.
Oh, this is very interesting. Yeah, just a real quick Google search. Looks like in 1960 we were at like 3.5 billion.
Oh, so we are jumping up like crazy.
Yeah, it's like a steady curve or like a steady incline.
Huh. Yeah, I haven't looked into this at all. This is just anecdotally what I hear.
2010, 7 billion. 2020, was, or I guess just now, 2023, we got to 8 billion.
2020, it's tough that the census falls on 2020. That was a tough time to get data from people.
True.
You get trying to go door to door and you're not allowed to.
Yeah, when we were born, 5.2 billion, now 8 billion.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is actually correct. It is just moving fast.
We're just going up. Interesting. Fertility rate, 2.27 births per woman. So if you know a woman, she might have 2.27 births.
What like part of the world do you think has the most kids and the least amount of kids?
Isn't China like you're not supposed to?
Oh yeah, they still have that law. You can only have one.
I don't know.
Utah's probably the most, right?
Utah's doing all right.
Yeah, or like Lancaster County.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's some like European country that's like, we strongly believe in large families.
More kids, more better.
Yes, we think it's better to shovel our driveway with in the snow in the Swiss Alps. That's what they say. Like that. I don't have any idea. I'm sure we could look it up, but maybe
I'm good with Utah.
Utah
and
feels
China
like,
being like the ends of the spectrum.
yeah, it just feels like China. There's like it's like known for not being very populated. China.
Yeah,
right?
it's tiny.
It's China. That's what they say. So,
Yeah, little China, Chinatown.
Oh, Chinatown. It's just like one little town. It just feels like a small knit, close knit community in China.
Yep.
Yes.
Largely agrarian. Michael taught me in the office.
Agrarian. Yeah. What does that word mean to you?
Like mainly farming,
Yeah.
mainly agro. They're aggressive.
Oh, agrarian. I have a few quick hitters, quick things from the ghosties here. Quick responses from the Facebook page. Just responses from our past episodes. Bella Stevens Johnson, she wrote, the day after the Super Bowl should be a holiday. We were talking about that.
I think they're working on that, like
that's
18-week
genius.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's 100%. Like that's one day that no matter what, I'm very content just like not doing anything that day.
Yeah. I think if the NFL adds a week to the season and keeps the Pro Bowl, then the Super Bowl will fall the day before President's Day.
Oh, interesting. So it's just like ipso facto.
So it might, it might just actually happen here in a few years.
Okay. I support that. I also support the idea of 2 buys in an NFL season.
I think they will do that too if they bump up to 18.
Is that how it work? Okay. And then Alicia Jonker, is that how we're saying it?
Jonker.
She weighed in on the frozen ice pops. And man, this was another one that people had some different answers for. She said, "You're trying to tell me these aren't called freezies?" And then people
That's
said,
what Rachel called them.
Otter Pops, which I've definitely heard of.
Otter Pops. No way.
Put a finger down if you've heard of something, one of these. Otter Pops, Freezies, Cool Pops, Icy, Pop Ice,
Yeah, I think that's like technically what they're called, but who calls them that?
Freeze Pops.
That sounds right.
I'm going secondhand. Freezy Pops. Sorry, Tammy. Popsicles. Nah.
We haven't heard of popsicles.
No, I haven't heard those things be called popsicles. Ice Juicies. Ice Pops. Somebody said that right?
Yeah.
Chup Chup.
Chop chop.
Oh, but it's pronounced Shoopy Shoopy. What? Oh, she's got a different country on there. She must be from China. Flavor Ice. I've heard of that.
I think I've heard of that too.
That might be
That was
brand
the
name.
brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Freezies, Freeze Pops, Otter Pops, Freebies. No.
That
Anyway.
just started from a typo, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposed to be Freezies.
Yes. Penguin Pops. I mean, there's all sorts of different things for these. So melted Freezies,
Dippy eggs.
Dippy. Yeah, these were also Dippy eggs for some reason.
Three-eyed sailor.
And then one more just piece of reactions, I suppose, from the Ghosties is Rachel Dornick asked the poll that Jake asked last week about, would you rather watch a 1 hour opera or a 2 hour ballet? Overwhelming majority, 81% said they would rather watch a 2 hour ballet than a 1 hour opera.
There was one funny comment. Do you have it pulled up? Or it was like, my cousin is a classically trained opera singer, yada, yada. And with that in mind, I would definitely choose the ballet. Something funny like that.
I'm finding it now.
I think I'm still 1 hour opera.
Oh, that's Paige. It was Paige. My cousin-in-law is a professional opera singer. Big vote for 2 hours of ballet. That's amazing. Oh, man. Oh, and then Rachel Dornick said, I studied music at university and the opera majors in the program were something else. That's
What does
great.
that mean? There's not really a stereotype of an opera singer. I wouldn't know what
There
they're
probably
like.
is. We're just not in that world. Timon?
Ask Diamond.
Timon, what's that?
I really don't know. For some reason, I picture them kind of overweight. For some reason, like I picture an opera singer
Like
like
Italian and overweight.
have some like,
A lot of jalapeno
Width
kettle
to
chips in the opera.
I don't know.
Some girth.
What's it called? Cummerbund? They wear a cummerbund and it's like pretty, it's a big one.
Yeah.
Could fit around a redwood.
Cummerbunds are the worst for big guys. They just accentuate the wrong things.
I don't know if they're good for anybody too. I mean, who's
Yeah, no
Patrick
one's benefiting.
Swayze?
No, even like the hottest guys, Miles Teller. That's all I can think of. Like I don't think he looks better in a cummerbund.
No, I don't think so.
He looks fine in it, but like that's not like, oh, now he's going somewhere.
I see what you were making noise about earlier. Like to get him fixed.
Yeah. Speaking of Miles Teller, do you guys watch SNL 50 at all?
I did not.
Nope.
All right. We'll talk about it another time. Anybody watched it? Let me know.
What happened?
Do you know what it is?
50-year anniversary?
Yeah, so it was like their 50th year anniversary show. And so it was like just star-studded. Everybody in the crowd was a celebrity. Everyone
cool.
in like they had, you name it, they were in the skits and sketches and stuff. And it was kind
Like
of
an
like,
all-star game.
it was like an all-star game, but you realize like half the people are getting pretty old.
Yeah.
And also the same people that have been writing for SNL the last 10 years are still writing these skits.
I was going to say, I feel like if something would have been good, I would have seen it.
It's too bad that like there was definitely some good parts. Like there was like, oh, we're so close right now.
Yeah.
But it was almost like just left me wanting a little bit more. Like there was Eddie Murphy was in a few skits and
that's nice.
was hilarious.
Really? Still got
so
it.
funny. But then there was one skit, they did Black Jeopardy. Have you ever watched the Tom Hanks Black Jeopardy?
Yes.
skit?
Oh, it's so funny.
So good.
Yeah.
And so they did Black Jeopardy without Tom Hanks in it. And Eddie Murphy was in it as Tracy Morgan.
Okay.
But then Tracy Morgan was also in it as just like a random black dude.
Okay.
And so it was just hilarious watching Eddie Murphy impersonate Tracy Morgan
Yeah, it's
right
pretty
next to him.
entertaining.
And then all of a sudden Eddie Murphy just was off the stage and Tom Hanks' character came in.
Mm.
And it's like, it wasn't funny. Like it was
You're
like,
I was enjoying it how it was.
it was great how it was. They did like a little like, it was like Jeopardy. So they're like, and now a word from our sponsors. And they talked about an app. Like they're sponsored by an app called, I think it was WAGBT. And it stood for Who All Gonna Be There. It's like an invite, like event planning app. Like if you don't know who all gonna be there, get on this app, So anyway, it's just, there were great times. Honestly, the best part, in my opinion, was Paul McCartney was like the very last like musical guest.
Cool.
They had like Sabrina Carpenter do a duet with Paul Simon,
Okay.
Simon Garfunkel. And then they had Lil Wayne do like a montage of some of his hits.
That's interesting.
Very interesting. And then they had Paul McCartney like in the night. And I like, we talked about last week, like operas and ballets don't give me like this emotional response. I had an emotional response.
You liked Paul.
I was like, as I was watching, I was going like this, like, yeah, let's go. Like he's 83 years old, 84 years
Yeah.
old, and still can rock it, dude.
That's
awesome.
really old to be performing.
I mean, and like he sounds a little old, but like compared to like even like Steve Martin was on like did a monologue and it was like Steve's lost a little bit of his
Getting older.
Yeah, Tom Hanks even like
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's like, it's crazy. You hear Bob Dylan is like still doing shows. He's coming to Kansas City. It's
That's
like
wild.
he's 83, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like he seems, first of all, I keep thinking he's dead, but he's still
doing
doing
it.
music. I don't know.
Performing.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, like they had some great skits that were like, oh, that was so close to being great. You could also tell, and I'm sure this is because it's a bunch of A-list celebrities, but it felt like they hadn't really rehearsed very much, or like hadn't,
Yeah,
because it's
probably
like,
true.
how are we going to get all these people together for a week at a time beforehand?
Yeah, it's not going to happen. So
So it was like sometimes you could tell they hadn't really read the lines very many times, so they didn't have good pause. Like even like John Mulaney, who's like a stand-up comedian and knows how to
I love
pause.
John Mulaney.
Like there were a few times where you could tell he was just like reading off a cue card.
yeah.
Anyway, so it was awesome, but also hard to watch. Like it was like this weird feeling of back and forth because I've always been enamored by SNL. Like I've always thought like even though it's like there's so many fun avenues of watching comedy these days, SNL still like seems like a wonderful tradition to me, even though it's so bad now.
You know what I'm enamored by is Kenan Thompson
Okay.
and him like not ever leaping off of SNL. I'm just intrigued by it. There's nothing wrong with like a lot of people stay with the same job they have, but there's something about entertainment. You kind of like you expect and you kind of want to see someone like move on and go to the next thing. Even if it's not totally entertainment, but even just like Vanna White doing the same thing over. It's like, man, are you fulfilled continuing to do the same thing over and over when you know they have money, when you know they have other opportunities? It's not like I think about a construction worker doing that. Like, oh man, I hate that for them.
Well, guess how many seasons he's been on?
20.
22 seasons. And it's been on for 50 years.
That's what's crazy. It's like, I know he's had other opportunities, right?
I don't know, dude.
So
He's not very funny. In my
that's the
opinion.
thing though. So like, let's say he doesn't have other opportunities. Then why is he still on the show then? If he can't get a job anywhere else, why would they keep him on?
I don't know. Cause he's a solid, in my opinion, 5 or 6 out of 10. Like he's not like unfunny. Like he's like the Black Jeopardy host. He's
Okay.
pretty funny as that host.
Yeah.
But other times it's like, you're the same character for this skit that you
Yeah,
just
I've
did
seen
there.
him do some bad impressions or just like he had bad character work where like I
Yeah.
can't really tell it apart.
But that's kind of how SNL's been lately. So it's like, I don't know. And now it's almost like he's like the legendary style. You can't fire him after 15 years on the show.
Yeah, maybe. They're kind of like
Yeah.
handcuffed.
I don't know. I just have never really laughed out loud very much at him.
Yeah.
But also like, I don't know. He started off so strong, like Knuckle Puck in D2 Mighty Ducks.
Oh yeah, you're right. He did start off
He
there.
was so good at that. And I
funny.
never watched like Good Burger or all that or whatever
Yeah.
that he was on, but like he was a star.
He was in movies and
Yeah.
in shows.
And now he's like not even getting movies or shows or anything
Mm-hmm.
really. I think he's on commercials every once in a while. But yeah, so
Yeah,
many
I'm
of
just
like
intrigued.
like the Tina Fey, Kristen Wiig, Andy Samberg,
Amy
Bill
Poehler,
Hader,
yeah.
Amy Poehler, like all these Will Ferrell.
Adam Sandler. Yeah,
Yes.
there's so many.
The countless stars have come from SNL.
Uh-huh.
And Kenan Thompson's like a star of SNL, a mainstay, but also is he? You
Yeah.
know? Or is he just a cast member that's been there a long time?
Just intrigued by it. What's
I am
going
too.
on?
Yeah. I'd like to.
Don't you want something more?
That's what I'm saying. But dude, also it's very interesting. Like I went on Twitter, anything that's live like this, I'm like, that's a fun time to be on Twitter to like follow
Yeah.
along. So many positive responses when I was like, people, surely they're going to hate on this.
Oh yeah, it's the internet.
And like everyone was like, that was so good. Oh, I almost cried seeing Martin Short back. And I'm like, really? I almost cried because I felt bad for the guy, whatever. Like that was so not funny. So anyway, I just think there's some people that are just very like just diehard SNL, Kenan Thompson people probably.
Like nothing's better than nostalgia. Like no matter
Yes.
what the content is.
I guess so. Anyway, all to say, Miles Teller was in the audience, got pulled up on stage at one point. They did a skit. It was Amy Poehler and Maya Rudolph. You know who that is?
Oh yeah, she's funny.
So funny. They did this skit that they used to do back in the day called the Bronx Beat.
Okay.
Remember how on Gene Shorts we did the Gossiping Ants a few times? It's kind of like that, where it's just like a talk show with these like two New York women just kind of talking, and they like see Miles Teller in the audience. She's like, "You're pretty cute. Come here. What do you?" Yeah. Well, who are you? What's your name? Miles Teller. Well, how will we know you? How are you in some kind of movie or something? I was in Top Gun Maverick, and they're like, "Oh, Top Gun 2, good movie, Top Gun 2." He's like, "It's called Top Gun Maverick." They're like, "No, we're gonna call it Top Gun 2." Anyway, so that was kind of funny, but also like it was like almost hilarious.
Yeah.
You know? So
Like maybe you if you would have spent a little more time writing this, like you could have like
Yeah.
had something like viral.
there was one thing. Sorry, I know we talk about all this stuff that you've never watched, but one thing I do think would be worth watching is they did this skit called "Scared Straight,"
Okay.
which there were
Based
multiple.
off the old show.
Yeah, there were multiple things in there. I was like, is this like
A spoof.
well, but also like, did The Office get it from this thing? That got it from this thing? Like, because they did that. Whatever. I can't. Some of the things I don't want to say on here, but like, Scared Straight. Yeah, where it was like these high school students that were like, criminals or whatever. They had these.
Yeah. That was like an old
Prisoners.
show back in the day. They go and just scream at these kids.
Yes, and so that's kind of what it was. So it was at first it was Keenan Thompson and Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Which Eddie Murphy killed it again.
Yeah.
Keenan Thompson was funny too. And they kept like trying to like make up these stories, but people would be like, that's Harry. That's the plot of Harry Potter. And then Will Ferrell came out with these super short shorts on. I mean, it just looked ridiculous. And you could tell he like messed up his line at one point and everyone just started laughing.
That's fun.
It was
Yeah.
great, dude. It was so funny. So I think that one's worth watching just because Will Ferrell doing anything is hilarious.
He's the man.
Anyway, yeah, I would love to talk to anybody about this because I enjoyed watching it, and but it was like this weird feeling of watching it. So if anybody wants to talk, I'm all ears.
Okay.
Boo-doo-doo. We're sorry. The phone number 913-696-6646 is not available. Please leave your message after the beep. Beep.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for calling. Sorry I couldn't get to the phone. I've been although I have been busy and haven't been able to get to my phone, one thing I do remember is it's never too late to start the new year right.
Hey, is it too late to start New Year, Ron? What are you doing over there?
Hey, I'm recording my voice. I don't know how to redo it, so shut up while I do this. I only get one try.
You don't tell me to talk like that.
All right. Hush up.
All right.
Fits you right, you hushy.
Go ahead then.
So, whoever's calling, I just want you to know that 85% of grass-fed beef is imported.
Here he goes again, talking about his good rancher meat. It's all I ever hear him talk about these days.
A good rancher solves the problem of that imported meat because it's 100% American sourced. Every cut of beef, chicken, pork, and wild-caught seafood is born, raised, and harvested right here in the U.S. of A., Gulf included. Free from hidden additives, and of course, you're going to get farm-to-table transparency.
This guy is farm to table.
I get my Good Ranchers from goodranchers.com, their domain online. I use Google Chrome, but
This
that's up.
guy is Google browsers.
It's up to you, however you'd like
Doesn't
to
even use
serve.
DuckDuckGo.
Right now, they're doing a New Year, new meat offer, and you can you could buy now, get a free ground beef, chicken breast, or wild-caught salmon in every order for a year.
This guy always wanting free stuff.
Plus, you will also get, and this goes to whoever is listening out there, $25 off with the discount code GRKC. Now, don't go putting that in some honey pot or some, retail me not. That's just for you, right? You and your family, you and your Americans. Beep.
Voicemail full. Goodbye. GoodRanch.com, American Meat Delivered, GRKC, for that wonderful subscription. Please support them. They support us.
Do we want to do some more spin zones?
Yeah. I do. My kids are all sick.
Are they really? They're all sick?
Bo got sick and then he kind of got over it, but then he's like had to sleep it off. He's been ear infection. And then all of a sudden Rosie and Henry and Hattie have fevers and back and forth and back and forth. And it's just the worst. So go ahead.
Spin zone. Rachel's been sick, so they could all hang out.
Oh, okay.
To at least it's cold and miserable outside. So it's not like they're missing out on any like opportunities.
Okay.
What else are they going to do?
Yeah.
Stay home anyway.
True.
And 3, antibodies. It's making them stronger.
They're growing from it.
Yep.
Good.
Spin zone. My next one, or my spin. Brad, I pay for YouTube Premium, and I really enjoy the service it provides of no longer seeing YouTube ads. But sometimes I click on a video and realize, I'm on the Friday Pickleball YouTube account. Oh, I'm on the Ghostrunners account. And now I'm seeing ads. I pay to not see this.
Spin zone. It's you have high speed internet, so you can just click off of them and just get on your new YouTube account. Or you could use your credit card to do it on Ghostrunners account, and then I could benefit from it.
We share an algorithm.
Spin zone. You have high speed internet. Remember when you didn't have high speed internet at all, and you couldn't watch any YouTube?
That's a good spin.
When it didn't. Remember when YouTube didn't even exist?
That's a good spin.
What were you watching on YouTube? Do you remember?
Like any YouTube video I've seen?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
Well, back in the day, you had to go to the library to watch that. Now you can watch it at your fingertips. So,
Good spin.
yeah. Spin zone. Every week, something else is just hurting on my body. This week,
Oh, yeah, you got diagnosed with tennis elbow in the Facebook group. Do you know that?
really,
Yeah, you have it.
I think I do. I don't know. It's also like kind of gone up my arm, like my biceps kind of sore sometimes. I don't know. It's just it's gone away and then come back a few times. So it's kind of miserable. But now, recently, I was wrestling on the bed with Bo and Hattie, and now my shoulder is like pulled or something. I don't know what's going on. My shoulder hurts. Go ahead.
That wasn't really a spin. Spin zone. Thankfully, you have a gym membership.
Yes.
Maybe this is an opportunity to use some new exercises you haven't done before, some new parts of the gym you haven't experienced. Maybe you get to meet a friend who's like a physical therapist to help you through your shoulder pain.
Okay.
That friend, Good Ranchers Farmer.
Oh.
Or Garrett Gibson.
Or Garrett Gibson, yeah.
And you get to use the rubber band, like the bands.
Oh, the resistance bands.
Resistance bands. Kind of fun.
Yeah, Garrett, if you're listening to this and you're like, I don't want to like be that physical therapist that like gives unsolicited advice, I'm all ears, brother.
Yeah. Garrett's been helpful to me. In my shred journey, Spin Zone, 2 weeks ago we recorded an episode and I got a couple math tricks incorrect on the podcast, and I had about 65 people tell me that I got it wrong.
Spin Zone, we have really smart listeners that are also committed to us and want to comment because they're invested in the podcast. And we have 65 people who listen. I remember when we had our first episode come out, I think only 64 total people listened. So now we have at least 65.
Good
So,
spin.
That's pretty good. Also, the reason you knew any of those math tricks, even though you got them wrong 30 plus years later probably, was because you were in gifted class. You have a good brain. God's blessed you with a good brain.
Good spin.
Good brain. So it's really cold here in Kansas, as it is, I know, all over the globe right now, the U.S. And for whatever reason, I love my truck, but it has this defect or something where when it gets really cold outside, like really, really cold, like only like 0 degrees, and it gets windy or something, somehow it has a defect in the alarm system. And so the alarm will just go off in the middle of the night.
It's going to be tough.
And not only is it kind of awful because I wake up and I scurry to turn it off, and like I have a fob so I can turn it off that way. But my truck is parked pretty close to where my neighbor's house is.
Yes, it is.
And they are indubitably waking up. It went off twice last night.
Spin Zone. 1, potentially this is an opportunity to find out, hey, there's been a recall on your truck for this stupid alarm thing.
Maybe.
You go in, get a free tune-up. Hey, while you're at it, boys, rotate the tires. Give me a little tire rotation
That'll
while
do
you're
it.
at it.
Yeah.
There's 1 spin. 2nd spin. Let them wake, I say.
Oh,
wake up the neighbors, wake up Marco the dog specifically, fight back a little bit.
Yeah.
Marco's barking at my kids.
Barco.
My truck's gonna bark back at you.
There you go.
Now you've started negotiations.
Okay.
She comes over. Hey, your truck's been going off. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm so sorry. That
Yeah.
reminds me a lot of your dog's alarm going off at my children through the fence.
Your $5,700 dog.
Let's have a peace treaty.
Yeah. Okay. And then she'd be like, okay, so my dog doesn't bark anymore. Your car doesn't go off. And I'll be like, honestly, I have no idea when it's going to go off.
I'll say, I'll talk to God, see if we can get it warmed up a little bit down here, and then it won't happen anymore.
Man. I just felt so bad.
That's a bummer defect.
I slept with my fob, like I was holding it, like just in case it went off. Every once in a while, yeah, just like wake up, like, is it going off?
That's a bummer. That's a weird defect.
It's only happened 3 times total. Well, I guess last night it happened twice, but like 3 nights total.
That sucks. Oh, thankfully though, we only have like 2 more days of winter. Like it's like basically spring when I get back in town. Have you seen the forecast?
I knew that's supposed to be warm next week. Is that
Forever.
Okay, good.
No more winter.
They'll
Not
never
next
come
year.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's nice.
that is a blessing.
Thanks,
And 50
climate change.
degrees compared to -7,
Big difference.
gonna feel great. It's gonna feel like 80.
Speaking of sleeping, last few days I've kind of woke up damp, and at first you get scared. You think you wet yourself, but what happens is I go to bed and we're so cold, so we're under every blanket we own in the house. And I guess at some point in my sleep I do regulate, but instead of like waking up in the middle of the night and like throwing off some covers, I think my body's just like just accept it, just sit in it. So I wake up kind of wet.
Easy spin zone. You first of all, you woke up. Be thankful for that.
Blessing.
Second of all, you have a shower connected to your room. Even thankful for that. Third of all, your body didn't wake you up. Therefore, you slept really well, and you probably woke up refreshed, even though you were wet. Thankful for that.
That third thing actually is a good spin zone.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe it's better. My
Probably.
body's prioritizing better sleep over slight inconvenience.
Yeah,
But boy, I'm wet.
that's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, it feels like I broke a fever every morning.
yeah. That's how Bo was a couple days. So maybe you did, dude.
Maybe. Rachel's been sick. She was throwing up yesterday. First time I've known her to throw up. Didn't know she had it
Really?
in her. Yeah, you get
So
fired
you-
though. You get stressed.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
it just affects
Oh,
your body
it's-
different ways. But
See a new stage. See a new side of somebody.
it was the first time Rachel's been sick at home, which there's your spin zone. It was like, hey, last time she got really sick was on the
Get outta
flight
here.
to Australia. That was a bummer. And then the other time she got sick was on the cruise. So like
Oh, really?
she's been in like kind of some tough environments to like feel really sick.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, aren't you happy you're at home? She's like, oh
is
my
she
gosh, I'm
here?
overjoyed. No, she has a job interview today. So she's out. No, we went and worked out together, but then now I think she's at Summer Moon, just like doing computer
She's
stuff.
feeling better.
I gave her a task. Yeah, she's feeling better today, to make me some appointments.
Okay.
I said, but surprise me. I don't care what they are, but just like, it's time I saw my first doctor. Because I
Okay.
haven't since I was in high school. So,
Yeah.
well, Dr. On.
Yeah. Stop.
So I guess never mind. But yeah, I don't really have a doctor. Haven't been. She's got some moles picked out on my back she wants me to look at. So we're going to go to the skin guy. It's official title.
Yep.
And then maybe see like an allergist. I think she had one other professional picked out. No, knowing her, it's going to be psychiatrist. Oh, I drive her crazy.
That's good.
One weird thing I've been doing to her, which maybe is driving her crazy, for whatever reason, yesterday morning, I just like got out of bed. She's still laying there. I look back and I go, women should learn history, then write it. And so since then, I've just been like giving her like all these like really like pro women phrases and saying them really just like,
Oh, I see.
what are the other ones? Just like, hey, been thinking, rarely behaved women rarely make history. Say that to her.
Rarely behaved women rarely make it.
Or wait, yeah, what is it? Well behaved. Yeah, I said that wrong. Well-behaved women rarely make history.
Rarely make history. That feels like something that would be tough to say in speech class back in the day.
Well-behaved women rarely make history.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've just been spouting those off at her. It's kind of fun.
And she's not loving them.
I think she just says like, "What?
She's like, I'm fired. I just want to be a housewife.
What happened to you?" And I was like, "I don't know." I started saying those today, but yeah, love them. She didn't break the rules. She made new ones.
Are you making them up?
Sometimes, yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty easy.
That's pretty good. I'm not able to think of any off the top of my head right now. That's good.
She wasn't born to fit in. She was born to stand out.
And you just say these non sequiturs. Like,
Just yeah, the most random time I can think of. That's been the new trend. Just really revving her up.
oh man.
So who knows
Who knows, brother?
what she's signing me up for. Now here's something. I just got a text. Hey, last minute char bar 12 today, LF1. Is this how people abbreviate looking for one? I've never heard of that before.
That seems like the best answer. I've never heard of it either, though.
I'm pretty sure that's what he means, but I've never seen LF1. He's sending me
LF1.
coordinates.
Could it be the court name? Surely that wouldn't care. There's
Left
not that many
field
courts.
1.
Left field 1.
Hey, softball tonight? We're
Come
on
Manny
LF1.
Ramirez. Yeah. LF1. Looking for one. Yeah, it's got to be.
I think it's looking for one, but that's
How old is this person?
27.
Really?
Yeah.
Like younger than you.
Yep. LF1. Saving
Simon?
time. He's efficient.
You heard of LF1?
No.
Shucks. Man. Let's wrap this baby up. Yeah? You got anything else?
Yes. I want to talk about my grandma real quick because this is, I didn't even write anything down for it.
Yeah.
But this is the most I've ever like been affected by someone's death in such a like cool way. Like this is how I think if you live your life the right way, this is probably how you're supposed to affect people once you're gone. It's been really cool. Like even people that I've been maybe even like closer to that have passed away haven't left the same effect as my grandma. It's great. She was always an amazing Christian woman.
Yeah.
And always just like really sweet. So just the sweetest grandma. So many texts. Me and my dad kind of did the funeral. And so it was very fun to like share stories. I don't even know if I said this on the podcast. I think mainly because I think she listened and I didn't know if she would even know. But there was a 2-year stretch where I think she couldn't see her phone super well. And so she thought she was sending me the thumbs up emoji, but it was the hang loose emoji. And so it just completely changed the context of so many texts. And it was so funny. So I had a good time with that. But anyway, what's cool is what she left behind. And it's been really inspiring. So like, I knew she was a devout Christian and prayed for people, but we had no idea the extent of it. It's like going through the ancient pyramids and finding, all these archives and what they believe. Like she has so many journals and they're full of just prayers for people, like handwritten prayers. She's been praying people her whole life and writing down every prayer. On the left side, she'll write down the prayer request and when it started. And then months later, she'll go back and like write down when it was answered. In between these like prayers are like verses that go along with it. I mean, it's crazy. And she has like prayer journals. She has real life journals. We found her diary when she was like a high school girl, which is like, I think everyone was like a little nervous to read it. It's like the most pure, innocent thing you've ever seen.
Wow.
It's like, did she ever go through a phase?
Right.
She never talked bad about anyone. It's kind of wild. So, and even in addition to that, she was like 82 when we found her schedule and it's full. She was in like a senior living, like community, not even like a hospice house or anything, but just like, apartments. Yeah. And she was taking harmonica lessons, Tai Chi. She like volunteered at all these places. So it was just like, man, I'm fired up. So I've just like started a journal.
Yeah.
I'm like, what a cool thing to, I guess, 1, pass on, but 2, even just like to look back on for yourself and to keep track of prayer requests. I'm like, man, this is cool.
Yeah.
I was not expecting, I mean, my parents have still not gone through everything that she's like left behind. So it's pretty cool. I've like thought about her every day since then and like been inspired. It's like Rachel's journaling more. I started my own journal. I'm like, this is sweet.
Wow.
This is how you're supposed to like pass things on.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That is awesome, man.
It's like how much, just like thinking about how much she loved the people around her to like write down every time she prayed for them. Like, this is cool.
Wow. Seriously. Yeah. Just so intentional, so consistent, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, just devout, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
Use like, of just like, I am going to continue with this. I'm confident in this. I know this is making a difference. I know that the Lord will answer these prayers and like, here are all the promises that back it up in scripture. And like,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it was sweet. So spin zone.
Yeah.
A lot of good things to come from it.
Right. Absolutely, man. That's wild. I did not know that, man. That's so tough, but that's so funny. Like not knowing that your dad, I thought it was so random. Your dad texted me yesterday a picture of your mom when she was a baby. Genuinely. It said, I may be way off and my memory might be fading, but Trish and I were going through old photo albums. This was Trish, and I think she looks a lot like Bo. Is there any truth to this? And in my head, I'm like, what a random text at 11:39 on a Wednesday morning to get from Steve Triplett. But I was like, that's sweet. They're going through old photo albums. Okay, yeah. And I think it kind of looks like Bo. I think it also looks a little bit like Rosie. And I was like,
fun.
I definitely think it looks like Jake. But it was just such a funny like text to get from your dad. And that makes more sense now.
I think my wife might look like your son. And I don't know. Maybe
they're
not.
just kids. I don't know. Blonde kids. Anyway.
Yeah, here's my wife as a newborn. She kind of looks like some of your kids as a newborn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like her eyes were closed, but so were your kids a lot. So anyway, yeah, that makes more sense now that they're going through this stuff, but that's so sweet, man. Yeah. Thanks for
it was
sharing
inspiring.
that.
I'm like, let's just keep the legend of Sharon Miller going. It's cool. That's what I spoke about at the funeral. I was like,
yeah,
I think everyone wants to leave an impact. And like, she really did, like holding up her prayer. Like, this is an impact. This is cool. I had no idea the extent.
I think, yeah, just in general, something I regret not doing better with my grandparents and something I want to be more intentional with my kids towards my parents is like having my parents and Catherine's parents tell their stories. Like tell any and every story they have.
100%.
Because I think that it just feels so like easy these days or whatever to be like, man, old people don't know. They don't know how to use a phone. So therefore they're dumb or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Or there's limited conversations we can have.
and it's like, and I've heard that like as simple as like having a family dinner and like a show and tell night where it's like, they just bring something and they tell a story about it, whether it's like from their childhood or whatever. And it's just like, and we've done it a few times, but I want to do it more. Because it's amazing what Hattie can remember about stories that I've told her. Like,
oh, that's cool.
Like she remembers details that I don't even remember very well.
She's like, no, Dad, you said you were in the tractor that morning too.
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't. Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever. Like, and it's like, it sticks with her, but that's how your family legacy continues. It's like through, documenting and through passing down stories and like it is cool. Like Catherine, her relationship with her grandmother was so strong. Like, and so Catherine has so many stories from her grandma.
That's great.
And my grandma too, like was just an amazing woman. And so, you hear all these stories of like, all these times where they moved around so much because my dad's dad, my grandpa was in the army. And so, anyway, it's just like, just being intentional with like writing things down or, passing your notes, even like letters and stuff like that are so sweet. And I think, some of our current day of just like, well, I texted him. It's like, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I bet I've texted you a sweet text or you've texted me a sweet text before that is either gone or lost.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
cannot
mean?
be found.
And you keep your letters most of the time. So anyway.
Yeah. My dad made the same point. He's like, as cool as this is to find all this stuff from her, he's like, I wish we would have known this existed.
Yeah.
And we could like cross-reference like, like, okay, here's a story in your diary from your boss at the bank. Like, tell us about that. Like, what do you remember about that?
Right. Yeah.
It'd be fun to like extrapolate it a little more. So,
man, that's cool though.
Yeah.
I appreciate the sharing, man.
Yeah. No, it was Sharon.
Her name was Sharon.
Her name wasn't Sharon.
She was, I mean, I know her well because like she was around. Like she was at everything. Like, like she came to things and she was so soft spoken. So often I was like, what'd you say?
Oh yeah.
We're in this room with
my dad
300
hasn't
people.
heard her in 5 years.
Like I, like even at your grandpa's funeral, she was there and it's so great to see you. Thank you for coming. Absolutely. Yeah. It's so good to see you too. So anyway.
It was really fun to go back through some of the texts that she sent over the years because she did watch the podcast occasionally. So she knew who you were.
Yep.
There were a couple of funny texts of like, hey, Jake, just listening to your podcast. I found it on accident. But you're doing a good job. I'm not getting a thing done. It's like, that's nice. Thanks, Grandma.
That's amazing, dude. I love it, man.
Anyway, should we move on to our reviews of the week?
Yes. We didn't have a ton, maybe not any new reviews. So I found a review from 3 years ago.
Oh, that's fun.
And that's my review of the week. It is coming from somebody. I read the review first and decided this was going to be my review of the week. And then I saw who it's from. So I'm going to The title of it is Be a Ghostie, You Won't Regret It, 5 stars. It says, Ghostrunners, there's so much to be said. I've been working my way through the old episodes whilst keeping up with the recent ones, and it's been a blast. These guys are genuine and fantastic dudes to feel like you're hanging out with. I've gone through the 4 stages of culture shock while going through these epis, or sods, as Jake would say. Honeymoon stage of enjoying every single moment of the pod, to being increasingly frustrated that we couldn't just have Jake and Brad and the fam over for a game night of riveting catchphrase, to just adjusting and accepting that they are strangers who feel like friends, and life is still great that way, although still a little sad. Anyway, so grateful for all the laughs, and I look forward to seeing what more is to come. And then I looked at the name of the person that posted this, and it was Celia M.O.
Oh.
So Celia M. O'Brien, and who's become a friend of ours, who lives in, Kansas City. Like, she's come to these events with us, and we are friends with her. Like, I saw this, I screenshot it, and I had her phone number. I texted it to her. I was like, I'm going to use this. And I looked back at our old text, and it was us going back and forth about good coffee shops in Kansas City. Like, it's like, we are friends. And it's a cool blessing to be like, 3 years later, time flies, and here she is.
Look at us now. She's been in New Zealand recently. The pictures looked awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. Rachel just a couple days ago was like, I was in Celia in a while. I need to go see Celia.
Yeah.
And speaking of vacations,
Oh,
maybe we have a little something.
We say it now, or we say it at the end of
Is it locked in?
locked in?
Might as well.
Might as well. We're going back to Gulf Shores, baby.
Same place, same house. Brad's
place.
been scouring the internet, and he says there's no house like you never forget your second.
That's right.
And so we forgot our first one in Destin, but
Sloppy
the second
seconds,
house, yeah, you never forget your second house.
Yeah, we're going back to the same house. We're going. It's not for a while. We're going to go in August 16th through the 23rd to the same house. We're going to do 2 different sessions like we did last time. So there's going to be a Saturday through Wednesday session, a Wednesday through Saturday session. Okay, yeah, I don't know if it's live by the time that you're listening to this or not, but we will be posting more about it soon enough. We're excited.
I can't wait.
It's going to be awesome. It's just going to be like, we're going to take what we did last year and just fine tune it and make it even better, more fun. So yeah,
Last
still trying to
year's
figure out.
So good.
It was so good.
I don't even want to fine tune it. Just do
it
exactly
like-
the same.
Yeah, seriously. But part of what makes this house so good is because of that huge common like living room.
And the giant tables, whether you're
Yes.
playing bank or bunco.
Or just eating meals together.
Yes.
Like you sit with new people every time. I mean, it's just so fun. All the games that we played, we got to play more, whatever, all the different things. So really, really
Gotta
excited
grab
to go
a
back to Gulf
seashell on your
Shores.
way to the ocean.
Right.
Come back.
Yeah, that's, oh, dude.
Oh, you forgot your seashell.
I can't wait.
Sam Carmel.
Dude. So mark your calendars, August 16th through the 23rd. We'll get more details soon enough, but it's going to be awesome. And if you're a true OG, not even OG, if you're a true ghostie that wants to get crazy, come for the whole week. That is an option. We will give you a discount if you come for both sessions. And I think the people that came for both sessions last year, Celia being one of them, did not regret it. So anyway, yeah, shout out.
It gets me so
Gulf Shores.
excited.
I
Maybe
know.
just because it's so cold right now. I'm like, yes, the beach.
Yes.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah, so we were trying to do it like the last couple of years. We did it like late April, early May. But this house gets booked up so fast.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe we can find a different house that's comparable. And like you said, there's just nothing like it. So there was some that were like, maybe we can make this work. But I'm like, I just don't feel comfortable. If we're doing it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, so
In mid-August is like, it'll for sure be warm.
it'll definitely be warm.
Which we haven't really had to worry about that, but I think there was a day where it was at least a little more dreary, or like the ocean was kind of rough. It was really windy, but I think
Florida was like definitely like dreary.
yeah, but we'll have a nice summer day,
Yeah, it'll be
summer
great.
week.
So fun. So
Man, that's fun.
August 16th through 23rd, Gulf Shores. We're making it happen, running it back.
Lambert's.
Lambert.
I feel like we got to go to Lambert's
Lambies,
again.
yeah.
Like Sunset Cruise. Maybe we get some feedback from people. Like
Sure.
maybe they liked it, maybe they didn't. That was pretty fun though too. Feeding the seagulls.
Feeding those seagulls was wild. With the dolphins, yeah, pretty freaking fun. So I don't know, man. We just
Yeah, we
keep
don't need to
adding on.
change that much.
I know, right?
The things we do at the end, which is a surprise.
fun.
If
Yeah.
you come.
Yep. So I'm gonna say it one more time: August 16th through the
Yep, it's
23rd.
good.
Mark it on your calendars.
I marked mine.
Come on, Tyman!
I hope you
Come on,
come.
T.
I marked mine.
Oh, Tyman. Tyman's gonna be so jacked by then, too, dude.
That is a good goal. That is
Yep.
a good goal.
Beach season.
Yep. Get shredded by getaway time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try.
Gulf Shred.
Golf shredding. Golf shreds.
Gulf of America. That's so dumb. I don't care about that at all.
Yeah.
People are really like having opinions on that. And I'm like, who cares?
Whatever.
Yeah. Gulf of Mexico sounded fine to me.
That was good. With it.
Anyway,
My review, we get a lot of comments on Spotify now because we throw a little video up there.
Yeah.
GT Giffy said, I don't know where to leave a review, so here it is. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. It doesn't matter how many stars there could be. This pod will always get the highest rating. Love the pod and all that you do. You guys brought light into a dark time for me, so I really appreciate that. Thanks, boys. You're welcome, GT Giffy. No problem.
are you sure it didn't say Griffey, dude? Is this? He's like, I used to play baseball with my dad.
We hit home runs in the same game. It's never been done before. Love the pod.
That's sweet.
GT Giffy. Cool. Would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
I would. Gabriel Oliver. Some people call him Gabe Oliver.
He wrote one?
Gabe Oliver wrote one for us. I think Tymon's going to sing most of it,
Sure.
but it's kind
I'll
of
do
coming
whatever.
from the POV of Jacob Garland Triplet.
Oh, fun. Thanks, Gabe. What's this going to be about? Oh, jeez.
And it's to a song that we couldn't find the instrumental to.
Oh, no.
I'm just going to try to sing over the
So we're going to try to sing
Song?
over it and not get copyright stricken from it.
Okay.
for sure.
And I guess either way,
No, it would
way
get
we're
copyright, right?
yeah, you're right.
Probably.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
would think.
But I guess we'll just take it off the YouTube version.
I'll try. Yeah.
So this will be fun to listen to.
I will try to. I'll do my best.
I might sing the choruses with you a little bit.
Great. I think that's kind of more gang vocals, anyways. We'll see.
Gang vocals. You can
Gang
sing it too,
vocals?
Jake, if you
I'll
want.
do gang.
Yeah, gang.
All right. It starts right off. So here we go.
Did you understand every word of that?
I'm sure. I probably.
That was cool. Good job, Gabe. Well written.
That was great, Gabriel.
What a weird way to do a jingle.
He matched the syllables so well that it wasn't that jarring.
Yeah,
It was pretty spot on in the original.
Timon killed it.
Thanks.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Good job.
Good job. All right, Tommy, you got anything for us to spin? Close us out?
Oh yeah. My MacBook charging cord busted. It's doesn't work.
Busted.
They make more of those.
Gotta buy one for $50.
Do you have $50 in your bank account?
Yeah.
Boom! Spin.
Spun.
You've been spun.
Consider that spun.
Consider yourself spun.
Consider it. Consider it fixed.
Yep, it's fixed.
All right.
We're all fixed.
Hey, have I said yet? August 16th through the 23rd,
What?
Gulf Shores, Alabama.
I'll do it.
Ghostrunners getaway.
Fun.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
We're not going to have to wear beanies anymore. It's going to be sick.
Let's do it. All right. Thanks
you
for
guys.
listening, you guys.
See you see you Wednesday.
See you this Wednesday.
Yes.
Ghostrunners podcast. Everybody